Hello to all my dear followers. Today I'm here to bring you the first season of a new fanfic for the channel. So today I'm gonna present the first season of What If Naruto Was Seriously Trained by Itachi and Fell in Love with Hinata. As always, if you want a second season, just leave me a like, comment and subscribe for more. So then, enjoy the fanfic.
Chapter 1 Shadow. The forest swallowed him whole. Moonlight barely slipped through the canopy, breaking into thin silver shards that trembled across the dirt. Naruto's small frame darted between the trees, breath sharp, uneven, still tasting the smoke and spit of the mob he'd escaped minutes earlier. His shirt was torn at the shoulder. His palms were scraped raw. His heartbeat was a frantic drum in his ears. But his eyes, those were steady, cold, focused, burning with something far older than a 5-year-old should ever feel. He stopped only when his legs refused to carry him farther. The forest around him was silent, as if even the insects were holding their breath. Naruto bent down, fingers brushing against a glint of metal half buried in the dirt. Kunai, then another, and another, leftovers from some long-forgotten training session, abandoned by shinobi who would never imagine a child like him would need them. Naruto's lips curled, not into a smile, but something sharper. "Guess even the forest pities me," he muttered, voice hoarse. How pathetic. He gathered the kunai in his small hands, the metal cold enough to sting. He liked the sting. It reminded him he was still here, still breathing, still defying them. He faced a tree trunk thick enough to swallow him twice over. The bark was rough, scarred, ancient. A worthy enemy. Naruto inhaled. Then he threw. The kunai spun through the air with a whistle, burying itself into the wood with a satisfying thunk. The sound echoed through the forest like a heartbeat. Naruto's eyes widened, not with joy, but with hunger. He threw another, and another. Each strike was harder, faster, more vicious than the last. His small arms trembled with effort, but he didn't stop. He wouldn't stop. Not until the shaking inside him quieted. Not until the phantom voices of the villagers, monster, demon, thing, were drowned out by the rhythm of steel-biting wood. His breathing grew ragged. Sweat dripped down his chin. His fingers bled from gripping the kunai too tightly. Still, he kept going. "Someday," he whispered between throws, voice low, almost feral. "Someday you'll all regret chasing me." A final kunai flew, slicing through the air with a sharp hiss. It struck dead center, splitting the wood around it. Naruto stared at the trembling blade. Then he laughed, not loudly, not joyfully, a quiet, breathy sound. Too old, too broken, too knowing for a child his age. The forest seemed to recoil. Naruto stepped forward, pulling the kunai free one by one, his expression settling into something eerily calm. "If the world wants a monster," he murmured, wiping blood from his palm onto his shorts, "then I'll train until I become one they can't touch." A breeze rustled the leaves overhead, carrying the faint scent of smoke from the village he'd fled. Naruto didn't look back. He simply raised the kunai again, eyes gleaming with a mix of pride, defiance, and something darker. Something born from years of isolation and sharpened tonight by fear turned into fury. The training continued. The forest watched, and the moon bore silent witness to the moment a lonely child began carving the shape of the shinobi he would one day become. The night had grown colder, but Naruto barely noticed. His breath fogged in the air as he moved through the forest, kunai in hand, muscles trembling from hours of relentless training. Every throw, every sprint, every strike was fueled by a single, growing truth. Power meant survival. Power meant silence. Silencing the jeers, the stones, the hatred. Power meant they couldn't touch him again. He pushed deeper into the woods, feet crunching over dead leaves, until something unnatural caught his eye. A dull metallic gleam, half hidden behind a curtain of vines. Naruto stepped closer. A wall of steel, tall, smooth, cold, and completely out of place in the forest. Maybe a leftover training structure from ANBU. Maybe a forgotten barrier. Maybe fate. Naruto didn't care what it was. He cared that it was solid. He pressed his palm against it. The metal bit into his skin with a chill that sank straight to the bone. "Strong," he whispered. His reflection stared back at him. Small, bruised, filthy, eyes too old for his face. He hated that reflection. He drew his fist back and punched. The impact sent a shockwave of agony up his arm. His knuckles split instantly, blood smearing across the steel. Naruto hissed through his teeth, clutching his hand. Then he froze. The pain was sharp, real, grounding. It didn't come from villagers. It didn't come from fear. It came from him, from his choice. A slow, unsettling grin crept across his face. "So that's how it is," he muttered, flexing his trembling fingers. "If I want strength, I have to take it." He punched again and again. Each strike was a violent clash of flesh against metal, each one sending a jolt of pain that made his vision blur. Tears welled in his eyes, not from sadness, but from the sheer force of the blows. His small body shook. His breath came in ragged gasps. Blood dripped down his wrist, warm against the cold night air. But Naruto didn't stop. He refused to stop. "Hurts? Good," he growled, voice cracking. "If it hurts, it means I'm getting stronger." The forest echoed with the rhythmic, brutal sound of fist meeting steel. Birds fled from the trees. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. Naruto's knuckles were raw, shredded, but he kept swinging, driven by a hunger that had finally found its shape. Not for love, not for acceptance, for power, for the ability to never run again, for the strength to make the world regret ever cornering him. When his arm finally gave out, he collapsed to his knees, panting, sweat and blood dripping onto the dirt. He stared at the steel wall. A faint dent, barely visible but real, marked the surface. Naruto's eyes widened. A laugh, low, breathless, unsteady, escaped him. "I can change things," he whispered, "even if it takes breaking myself first." The moonlight caught the blood on his knuckles, making them glisten like crimson jewels. Naruto rose again and lifted his fist. The training continued. The pain taught, and the desire for power took root, deep and unshakable. Naruto's fist slammed into the steel again and again. Each strike sent a jolt of agony up his arm, but he welcomed it, embraced it, let it drown out everything else. Blood smeared across the metal in uneven strokes, turning the cold surface into a canvas of his stubborn defiance. Then the forest went still, not quiet, still, as if the world itself paused to listen. A low rumble echoed inside Naruto's skull, deep and ancient, like a growl rolling through the earth. Pathetic little human. Naruto froze mid-swing, fist trembling inches from the steel. His breath hitched, but not from fear, more from irritation. The voice continued, dripping with disdain. "You break your body on scraps of metal and call it training. You bleed for a village that would rather see you dead." Naruto's jaw tightened. He lowered his fist, but only to clench it harder. "Shut up," he muttered. The rumble grew louder, amused. "You hear me clearly now. Good. I was beginning to wonder how much more suffering it would take to crack that thick skull of yours." Naruto scoffed, wiping blood from his knuckles onto his shorts. "You think I care what some stupid voice says? I don't need you." "Oh!" The Kyuubi's laughter was a low, thunderous vibration that made Naruto's bones hum. "You need strength. You crave it. You claw at it like a starving animal. And yet you reject the only source that could give it to you." Naruto stepped forward and punched the steel again, harder than before. Pain exploded through his hand, but he didn't flinch. "I don't want your strength," he spat. "I'll make my own." The Kyuubi's tone shifted, still mocking, but edged with something sharper. "Interest. You misunderstand, brat. I'm not offering. I'm observing." Naruto paused, breathing heavily. "Most children cry when they're hunted. Most break when they're beaten. But you," a pulse of chakra flickered deep inside him, dark, heavy, ancient. "You keep getting up. You keep fighting. You keep hurting yourself just to prove you exist." Naruto's eyes narrowed. "So what?" "So." The voice curled around his thoughts like smoke. "I'm curious how far you'll go before you snap." Naruto punched the wall again, teeth gritted, eyes burning with a fierce, stubborn fire. "I won't snap," he growled. "I'll get stronger. Strong enough that no one can chase me. Strong enough that no one can touch me." The Kyuubi hummed, a deep, rumbling sound of approval or anticipation. Then continue, little monster. Break your bones. Tear your flesh. Show me how much pain you can turn into power. Naruto didn't answer. He didn't need to. His fist slammed into the steel once more, blood spraying across the surface like a crimson spark. The forest trembled. The Kyuubi watched, and Naruto kept punching, driven by a fire that even a demon found worth noticing. Itachi's perspective. The forest was quiet when Itachi landed on a branch, barely disturbing a single leaf. His ANBU-level instincts, sharpened far earlier than they should have been, had picked up an unusual chakra flicker on his patrol route. Not hostile, not trained, but turbulent. He scanned the clearing below. Moonlight spilled across a steel training wall, its surface smeared with dried streaks of red. At its base, slumped against the cold metal, was a small blonde boy, no older than 5, fast asleep. Naruto Uzumaki. Itachi's eyes narrowed, not in hostility, but in calculation. He knew the boy's face. Everyone in the village did. But this was not where a child should be sleeping. He dropped silently to the ground. Naruto didn't stir. His tiny fists were swollen and raw, knuckles split open from repeated impact. His breathing was shallow, uneven, the kind that came after pushing far past exhaustion. Kunai lay scattered around him like fallen leaves. Itachi crouched beside him, studying the scene with the calm detachment of a shinobi, and the quiet concern of someone who had seen too much suffering already. He trained until he collapsed. Itachi reached out, brushing his fingers lightly over the steel wall. The faint dents told a story Naruto's body couldn't hide. Why would a child do this to himself? A soft rustle of leaves answered him. Not the wind, presence. A chakra, dark, ancient, coiled deep inside the boy like a sleeping storm. Itachi's expression didn't change, but his eyes sharpened. So that's what stirred earlier. Naruto shifted in his sleep, brow furrowing, a faint whimper escaping him. Not fear, frustration. Even unconscious, he looked ready to fight the world. Itachi exhaled slowly. This village has failed you, he murmured, voice barely above a whisper. Naruto didn't hear him, but the forest did. Itachi stood, dusting off his knees. For a moment, he simply watched the boy, this strange, stubborn child who trained himself bloody in the dark, alone, with no one to guide him. Then he made a decision. He removed his cloak and draped it gently over Naruto's small form. The fabric swallowed him, warm and soft against his bruised skin. Naruto stirred, mumbling something incoherent, then settled again. Itachi turned away, but not before casting one last glance at the steel wall. If he continues like this, he'll become something formidable. Not a threat, not a weapon, something else entirely. With a silent leap, Itachi vanished into the trees, leaving only the whisper of his presence behind. And Naruto slept on, wrapped in the cloak of a boy who already carried the weight of a clan, a village, and a future neither of them could yet imagine. 9 tails. Naruto slept deeply, curled against the steel wall like a wounded animal finally allowed to rest. The forest was still, but inside him, something stirred. A low growl rippled through his mind. He lingers. Naruto twitched in his sleep. That Uchiha brat. His chakra reeks of suspicion and blood. The Kyuubi's voice vibrated like distant thunder, ancient and irritated. He watched you, judged you. Pity. How I despise that emotion. Naruto's brow furrowed, and he shifted, fingers brushing against something soft and warm draped over him. His eyes snapped open. For a moment, he didn't recognize the fabric. It was too clean, too heavy, too warm. Not his. He sat up sharply, heart pounding, scanning the clearing. That's when he saw him, a boy older, calm, standing a few paces away with the quiet presence of someone who belonged to the shadows. Black hair, dark eyes, a forehead protector, a Chunin vest. Itachi Uchiha. Naruto's fingers tightened around the cloak. Why'd you put this on me? He muttered, voice rough from sleep and dried blood. Itachi didn't move. You were cold. Naruto scoffed, looking away. I don't need help. Lie. The Kyuubi rumbled. You clung to that warmth like a newborn. Naruto grit his teeth, ignoring the voice. Itachi stepped closer, Not enough to threaten, but enough to show he wasn't afraid. You trained until you collapsed, he said quietly. That isn't normal for a child. Naruto glared up at him. I'm not normal. Itachi studied him for a long moment. Not with fear, not with disgust, with something Naruto wasn't used to seeing. Understanding. You're hurt, Itachi said. Naruto lifted his bloody fists defiantly. Good. Means I'm getting stronger. A faint shadow crossed Itachi's expression. Sadness? Maybe? Or recognition. You shouldn't destroy yourself to grow. Naruto's eyes narrowed. What do you care? Itachi didn't answer immediately. He crouched down so they were eye level, his voice soft but steady. Because I know what it's like to carry something heavy alone. Naruto froze. The Kyuubi growled, displeased. Do not listen to him. He is an Uchiha, born liars, born killers. He sees you as a threat or a tool. Naruto's fingers twitched against the cloak. Itachi noticed. You can keep it, he said gently, or throw it away. It's your choice. Naruto hesitated, just for a heartbeat, before pulling the cloak tighter around himself. It's warm, he muttered. Itachi nodded once. Good. He stood, turning to leave, but paused. Uzumaki. Naruto looked up. You have potential, but strength without guidance can destroy you. Naruto's expression hardened. I don't need guidance. Itachi's eyes softened, almost imperceptibly. Everyone does. Even me. With that, he stepped into the trees, vanishing as silently as he'd arrived. Naruto stared after him, fists trembling. Not from fear, but from something unfamiliar twisting in his chest. The Kyuubi's voice slithered back into his mind. Do not trust him. Do not trust anyone. Power is yours alone to take. Naruto looked down at the cloak wrapped around him. Shut up, he whispered, but he didn't take it off. Not yet. Moments later, Naruto stayed wrapped in the cloak long after Itachi disappeared into the trees. The warmth felt strange, unfamiliar, almost uncomfortable, but he didn't push it away. The forest was quiet again. Too quiet. He'll be back, the Kyuubi rumbled. Uchiha are predictable. They hover. Naruto ignored the voice, pushing himself to his feet. His fists throbbed with every heartbeat, but he clenched them anyway. He walked back to the steel wall, raising his hand to punch. A soft tap sounded behind him. Naruto spun. Itachi stood there again, silent as a shadow. Naruto scowled. What do you want now? Itachi didn't answer. Instead, he stepped past Naruto and approached the steel wall. He lifted one hand, relaxed, open, and placed his fingertips lightly against the metal. Naruto blinked. Itachi spoke without looking at him. Strength isn't only about force. Naruto frowned. What's that supposed to mean? Itachi pressed his fingers a little harder. The steel dented not from brute strength, but from precise, controlled chakra flowing through his hand. Naruto's eyes widened. Itachi withdrew his hand. If you strike without control, you only break yourself. Naruto looked down at his bloody knuckles. Itachi continued, voice calm. But if you learn to focus your chakra, even a gentle touch can change the world around you. Naruto stared at the dent Itachi had made. It was deeper than anything he'd managed with hours of punching. How'd you do that? Naruto asked, trying to sound unimpressed, but the curiosity slipped through. Itachi finally looked at him. Try feeling the chakra in your hand, he said. Not forcing it, not fighting it, just noticing it. Naruto hesitated. The Kyuubi scoffed. Foolish. Chakra control is for the weak. Power comes from overwhelming force. Naruto clenched his jaw. Shut up. He lifted his hand, copying Itachi's posture. Fingers open, palm steady. He pressed against the steel. Nothing happened. He pushed harder. Still nothing. Itachi watched quietly, offering no correction, no criticism, only patience. Naruto growled in frustration. This is stupid. Itachi shook his head. It's difficult, even for adults. Naruto blinked. Really? Yes, Itachi said simply. But you're trying. That matters. Naruto looked at his hand again, this time with a flicker of determination rather than anger. Itachi stepped back. You won't master it tonight, but if you practice, you'll hurt yourself less. Naruto lowered his hand slowly. Why are you telling me this? He asked. Itachi paused, then answered with the kind of honesty that made Naruto's chest tighten. Because no child should have to learn strength through pain alone. Naruto didn't know what to say to that. Itachi turned to leave once more, but before he vanished into the trees, he added, "Remember this, precision is stronger than rage." Naruto stood there long after he was gone, staring at his hand, then at the steel wall. He pressed his fingers against it again, gently this time. No dent, but something inside him shifted. A seed planted, a lesson learned, and the Kyuubi growled in the depths of his mind, displeased. "Do not let him change you." Naruto didn't answer, he just kept trying. The forest became Naruto's refuge. Every night, after the village lights dimmed and the streets emptied of hostile eyes, he slipped into the trees with Itachi's cloak wrapped around him like stolen armor. He always returned to the steel wall, the place where pain had first become purpose. Tonight, he stood before it again. Naruto pressed his fingers to the metal, eyes narrowed in concentration. He tried to feel the chakra in his hand. Not force it, not crush it, just notice it like Itachi had said. A faint warmth flickered in his palm, then sputtered out. Naruto growled under his breath. "Come on." He tried again and again. Each attempt left him more frustrated, but he refused to stop. The cloak slipped from his shoulders as he leaned forward, forehead resting against the cold steel. "Pathetic," the Kyuubi rumbled. "You chase control like a child chasing fireflies." Naruto clenched his teeth. "Shut up. I'm doing this my way. Your way is slow." "Good," Naruto hissed. "Slow means it's mine." The forest rustled. Naruto stiffened. He didn't hear footsteps. He never did, but he felt the shift in the air. Presence. Calm. Quiet. Familiar. Itachi stepped out from the shadows, hands tucked into his sleeves. "You're improving," he said. Naruto spun around. "I didn't do anything." "You're focusing," Itachi replied. "That's improvement." Naruto looked away, cheeks warming. "Whatever." Itachi approached the steel wall, examining the faint smudges of chakra Naruto had left behind. Barely visible, but there. "You're pushing too hard," Itachi said. "Chakra isn't something you wrestle into place. It's something you guide." Naruto frowned. "Guide it where?" Itachi lifted his hand and tapped Naruto lightly on the chest. "Here first." Naruto blinked. Itachi tapped his forehead next. "Then here." Naruto stared at him, confused but listening. Itachi continued, "Your body and mind must agree before your chakra will follow." Naruto muttered, "My body and mind don't agree on anything." Itachi's lips curved. Not quite a smile, but close. "That's why you practice." Naruto looked down at his hand again, trying to imagine what agreement felt like. He pressed his fingers to the steel once more. A faint pulse of chakra flickered. Itachi nodded. "Better." Naruto's eyes widened. "Really?" "Yes." Naruto tried to hide the small spark of pride that rose in his chest. Itachi stepped back, watching him with that same unreadable calm. After a moment, he spoke again. "Uzumaki." Naruto looked up. "I have a younger brother," Itachi said. "He's your age." Naruto blinked. "So, he's different from me," Itachi said. "More emotional, more expressive, more open." Naruto snorted. "Sounds annoying." Itachi's eyes softened. "He's important to me." Naruto didn't know how to respond to that. Family was a word he didn't have a definition for. Itachi continued, "If you ever meet him, try not to scare him." Naruto scoffed. "I don't scare kids." Itachi raised an eyebrow, glancing at the blood-stained steel wall. Naruto crossed his arms. "Okay, maybe a little." Itachi let out a quiet breath. Not quite a laugh, but close enough that Naruto noticed. "He's called Sasuke," Itachi said, "and I think you two might understand each other someday." Naruto frowned. "Why would I want to understand anyone?" Itachi didn't answer directly. Instead, he turned toward the trees. "Because even the strongest people need someone who sees them." Naruto froze. Itachi stepped into the shadows, his voice drifting back like a whisper. "Keep practicing. I'll be watching." Naruto stared after him long after he disappeared, the name Sasuke echoing in his mind for reasons he couldn't explain. The Kyuubi growled, "Do not let him pull you toward others. Isolation is strength. Naruto pressed his hand to the steel again, chakra flickering beneath his skin. Maybe, he whispered, but he didn't stop practicing. And he didn't forget the name. Chapter 2 Intent. Next week, Naruto's nights were spent in the forest, fingers pressed to steel, chakra flickering like a stubborn ember. His fists were healing slowly, but the bruises never fully faded. He didn't let them. They were proof. Marks of progress. The village, however, whispered louder than ever. The demon child is acting strange. He's training in the woods. He's dangerous. He's getting stronger. Rumors spread fast among the academy kids, especially the older ones who loved having someone weaker to torment. So they came looking for him. 5 of them, maybe 6, laughing, shoving each other, full of bravado they didn't earn. They found Naruto behind the academy building, sitting alone on the ground, wrapping his hands with strips of cloth he'd torn from Itachi's cloak lining. His expression was blank, distant, focused inward. "Hey, demon!" one boy shouted. Naruto didn't look up. Another kid snickered. "Here he killed the 4th Hokage. Think he'll kill us too? Let's find out." They approached him like hunters circling prey. Naruto finally raised his head. His eyes were half-lidded, bored. But beneath that calm, something simmered. A quiet, simmering pressure that made the air feel heavier. One boy stepped closer. "What's wrong?" Scared, Naruto tilted his head. Then he stood, slowly, deliberately. The kids froze. Naruto's fists were wrapped, but the bruises beneath were visible, dark, ugly, raw. His knuckles looked like they'd been slammed into stone for hours, because they had. A faint pulse of red chakra flickered around him, barely visible but unmistakable. The air rippled with it, like heat rising off a fire. The boys stumbled back. What is that?" Naruto took one step forward. The killing intent hit them like a wave. Not loud, not explosive, just cold, focused, sharp enough to make their stomachs twist and their legs tremble. The Kyuubi's chakra curled around him like a shadow, whispering through the air. "Let them run." Naruto didn't speak. He didn't need to. His eyes alone made the oldest boy drop to his knees. Another screamed. Then they all turned and bolted, tripping over each other, scrambling away as fast as their legs could carry them. Naruto watched them go. The fear in their voices echoed down the street. He exhaled slowly, letting the chakra fade, the killing intent dissolve. A small smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth. "Pathetic." The word slipped out like a verdict. The Kyuubi rumbled approvingly. "They fear you." "Good." Naruto didn't answer. He simply tightened the cloth around his fists and turned back toward the forest. He had training to do. Word traveled fast in Konoha. By midday, whispers had reached even the upper ranks. The demon child scared a group of academy students so badly they ran home screaming. Most adults dismissed it as childish exaggeration. Itachi did not. He found Naruto exactly where he expected. In the forest, standing before the steel wall, hands wrapped, posture relaxed but alert. The boy didn't turn when Itachi approached. He didn't need to. "You caused quite a commotion today," Itachi said calmly. Naruto didn't stop what he was doing. He pressed his fingers to the steel, testing his chakra flow. "They started it." "That isn't what I heard." Naruto smirked. "Then you heard wrong." Itachi stepped closer, eyes narrowing slightly. "You frightened them." Naruto finally turned, expression cool, almost bored. "Good." Itachi studied him. "Why?" Naruto shrugged. "Because they're weak." His tone wasn't angry. It wasn't defensive. It was matter of fact, as if he were stating the weather. Itachi's gaze sharpened. "Strength isn't measured by how many people you can intimidate." Naruto tilted his head. "Didn't intimidate you." Faint pause. Itachi didn't deny it. Naruto's smirk widened just a fraction. "See? You're not pathetic like they are." Itachi exhaled softly. "You're growing stronger, Naruto. But strength without restraint becomes danger." Naruto stepped closer, eyes steady and unblinking. "Danger to who?" "To yourself," Itachi answered. Naruto scoffed. "I'm not scared of myself." "He should be." The Kyuubi rumbled deep inside him. "But he isn't." "Interesting." Naruto crossed his arms. "Look, Itachi. I didn't ask for your opinion. They came to hurt me. They ran away. End of story. Itachi crouched slightly so they were eye level. You didn't hurt them. You only scared them. Naruto's expression didn't change. If they're scared, they'll stay away. That's all I want. Itachi held his gaze for a long moment. Naruto didn't flinch. You're different this week, Itachi said quietly. Naruto shrugged again. I'm training. That isn't all. Naruto's eyes flickered. A brief flash of red chakra pulsing beneath the surface. Itachi noticed. Naruto saw that he noticed, and neither spoke of it. Instead, Naruto said, voice cool and confident, if they can't handle a little killing intent, they shouldn't come looking for me. Itachi stood, cloak shifting with the movement. You're not wrong. Naruto blinked, surprised, but Itachi continued. You must learn when to show your strength and when to hide it. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Why would I hide it? Because true power, Itachi said, turning away, doesn't need to announce itself. Naruto watched him go, expression unreadable. Then he smirked again. Maybe, he said softly, but it's fun watching them run. The Kyuubi's low chuckle echoed in his mind. Pathetic indeed. Naruto pressed his fingers to the steel wall again, chakra flickering more steadily this time. He didn't look back. Hokage Mansion. The third Hokage sat behind his desk, pipe resting between his fingers, smoke curling lazily toward the ceiling. The room was quiet, too quiet, save for the soft rustle of papers being set down by an ANBU kneeling before him. Hokage-sama, the masked shinobi said. There was an incident at the academy. Hiruzen didn't look up yet. Another prank? No, sir. Several older students attempted to confront Uzumaki Naruto. Hiruzen's hand paused midair. And? He asked, voice calm but edged with something heavier. They fled, the ANBU said. Screaming. Hiruzen finally lifted his gaze. Screaming? Yes, Hokage-sama. They reported killing intent. Strong enough to paralyze them. Hiruzen's brows furrowed. From Naruto? The ANBU nodded. They also described a chakra presence. Red. Malicious. The pipe slipped slightly in Hiruzen's fingers. The fox. He dismissed the ANBU with a quiet gesture. When the door closed, the old man leaned back in his chair, exhaling a long, weary breath. Naruto, a 5-year-old child. A child who should have been laughing, playing, learning, not radiating killing intent strong enough to terrify academy students. Hiruzen closed his eyes. I failed him. He had promised Minato he would protect the boy. Not just his life, his childhood, his heart, his future. But the village's hatred had seeped into Naruto's bones like poison. And now the Kyuubi stirred. Hiruzen stood, walking to the window overlooking the village. Lanterns glowed softly in the streets below. Peaceful, quiet, but beneath that peace, a child was learning to survive through fear. A child was learning that power came from pain. A child was learning that the world hated him. Hiruzen's voice was barely a whisper. Minato, Kushina, forgive me. He turned away from the window, resolve hardening in his eyes. I must speak with Naruto, not to scold him, not to punish him, but to reach him, before the darkness growing inside him took root too deeply, before the Kyuubi's whispers became the only voice he trusted, before the village's cruelty shaped him into something he could never come back from. Hiruzen reached for his cloak. The Hokage would visit the forest tonight, and he prayed he wasn't too late. Moments later, the forest was quiet that night, too quiet for coincidence. Naruto stood before the steel wall again, fingers pressed lightly against the cold surface, trying to coax out the faint pulse of chakra he'd been practicing all week. His breathing was steady. His eyes were sharp. The bruises on his hands had darkened into deep purples and reds, but he didn't seem to notice. The Kyuubi murmured in the back of his mind. He comes. Naruto's fingers twitched. Who? The old one. The Hokage. Naruto stiffened. A moment later, the soft crunch of leaves confirmed it. Hiruzen Sarutobi stepped into the clearing, his Hokage robes muted in the moonlight, his expression heavy with concern. He carried no guards, no ANBU, just his staff and the weight of a village on his shoulders. Naruto didn't turn around. Why are you here? He asked, voice cool and flat. Hiruzen approached slowly, as if nearing a wild animal that might bolt or bite. I heard about what happened at the academy, he said gently. I wanted to speak with you, Naruto scoffed. They were asking for it. I'm not here to scold you. Naruto finally turned, eyes narrowed. Then what do you want? Hiruzen studied him. The bruised fists, the wrapped knuckles, the exhaustion hidden behind stubborn pride. His heart ached. You've been training very hard, he said softly. Naruto shrugged. So, you're only 5, Naruto. Naruto's gaze sharpened. And, Hiruzen hesitated. Children your age shouldn't push themselves like this. Naruto stepped closer, chin raised in defiance. Children my age don't get chased by mobs. The words hit Hiruzen like a kunai to the chest. He opened his mouth to respond, but something shifted in the trees. Presence, silent, controlled, watching. Hiruzen didn't react outwardly, but he sensed it. Itachi Uchiha, hidden in the branches above. Itachi crouched in perfect stillness, eyes focused on the scene below. He had followed Hiruzen out of concern for Naruto and for what the Hokage might say. Naruto didn't notice him, but the Kyuubi did. The Uchiha watches again. Persistent little shadow. Naruto ignored the voice, glaring up at Hiruzen. You came to tell me to stop training? He asked. To be a good little kid and play nice with people who hate me? Hiruzen shook his head. No. I came because I'm worried about you. Naruto's expression didn't soften. Don't be. Why not? Naruto smirked, cold, confident, far too old for his age. Because I'm fine. Hiruzen stepped closer. Naruto. Power gained through pain alone can twist a person. Naruto's eyes flashed with something sharp. Good. Then they'll leave me alone. Hiruzen's breath caught. Above them, Itachi's fingers tightened around the branch. He had seen many things in his short life. Cruelty, war, loss. But seeing a child speak like that, it unsettled even him. Hiruzen knelt so he was eye level with Naruto. You don't have to face the world alone, he said softly. Naruto's jaw clenched. I already do. The Kyuubi hummed approvingly. He speaks truth. Hiruzen reached out, slowly, and placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto didn't pull away, but his eyes hardened. I want to help you, Hiruzen said. Not as Hokage, as someone who cares. Naruto stared at him for a long moment. Then he shrugged the hand off. I don't need help. Hiruzen's shoulders sagged, but he didn't argue. If you ever change your mind, my door is open. Naruto turned back to the steel wall. I won't. Hiruzen watched him for a moment longer. Sadness etched into every line of his face. Then he slowly stepped back into the trees, leaving Naruto alone again. But Naruto wasn't alone. Not really. As soon as Hiruzen disappeared, Itachi dropped silently from the branches, landing behind Naruto without a sound. Naruto didn't turn. You watched the whole thing, he said. Itachi stepped forward, expression unreadable. Yes, Naruto smirked faintly. Pathetic, right? Everyone worrying about me. Itachi shook his head. No, not pathetic. Naruto glanced at him. Then what? Itachi met his gaze. Proof that you matter. Naruto blinked, just once, before looking away. Whatever. But his voice wasn't as steady as before, and Itachi noticed. Next day, the forest became their meeting place. Not by agreement, not by invitation, just inevitability. Naruto trained there every night, fists wrapped, chakra flickering like a stubborn flame. And Itachi, silent, watchful, curious, always seemed to appear at the edge of the clearing, as if drawn by something he couldn't quite name. Tonight, Naruto sensed him before he saw him. You're late, Naruto said without turning. Itachi stepped out from the shadows, expression unreadable. I wasn't aware we had a schedule. Naruto smirked. You show up every night. That's a schedule. Itachi didn't deny it. He approached the steel wall, examining the faint dents Naruto had made. Your control is improving. Naruto shrugged, trying to hide the flicker of pride. Of course it is. Itachi crouched beside him. Show me. Naruto pressed his fingers to the metal. This time, the chakra didn't sputter. Pulsed faint, but steady. A small indentation formed beneath his touch. Itachi nodded. Good. Naruto glanced at him. You always say that. Because it's true. Naruto looked away quickly, ears warming. Compliments were foreign to him, Confusing, uncomfortable, almost painful. They trained in silence for a while. Naruto practicing chakra control. Itachi correcting his posture with the lightest touch. The forest around them felt strangely peaceful, as if acknowledging the fragile thread forming between them. Eventually, Naruto broke the quiet. "Why do you keep coming here?" Itachi didn't answer immediately. He watched Naruto's hand, the way the chakra flickered with determination rather than rage. "Because you remind me of someone," Itachi said softly. Naruto frowned. "Who?" "My brother." Naruto blinked. "The one my age?" Itachi nodded. "Sasuke." Naruto scoffed. "I'm nothing like him." "No," Itachi said. "But you could be, if someone guided you." Naruto stiffened. "I don't need guidance." Itachi's gaze softened. "Everyone does. Even me." Naruto looked away, jaw tight. "Why do you care?" Itachi didn't hesitate. "Because you're alone." Naruto froze. The Kyuubi growled deep inside him. "Do not let him in." Naruto clenched his fists. "I'm fine alone." Itachi shook his head. "You're strong. But strength doesn't replace connection." Naruto scoffed. "You sound like the old man." Itachi actually smiled. A small, rare curve of his lips. "I'll take that as a compliment." Naruto rolled his eyes, but the corner of his mouth twitched. A moment passed, then another. Naruto finally muttered, "You're not annoying to be around." Itachi raised an eyebrow. "Is that your way of saying you don't mind my company?" Naruto crossed his arms. "Don't push it." But Itachi heard the truth beneath the words, and Naruto knew he did. The forest breeze rustled the leaves overhead, carrying away the tension, leaving something quieter in its place. Not trust, not yet, but something close. A beginning, a secret friendship born in the shadows, between a lonely child seeking strength and a prodigy seeking understanding. And neither of them realized how deeply this bond would shape their futures. Time moved differently in the forest. Days passed, then weeks, and Naruto found himself waiting for the soft rustle of leaves that meant Itachi had arrived. He never admitted it out loud, not even to himself, but he had grown used to the older boy's presence. Itachi didn't treat him like a monster. He didn't flinch at Naruto's chakra. He didn't pity him. He simply saw him. And Naruto, for the first time in his life, allowed someone to look. Tonight, Naruto stood before the steel wall with a posture that was no longer tense or defensive. His shoulders were relaxed, his breathing steady, his eyes calm but sharp, calculating. He pressed his fingers to the metal. A clean, controlled pulse of chakra dented the steel. Naruto smirked. "Told you I'd get it." Itachi stepped out from the shadows, arms folded. "You did." Naruto turned, confidence radiating off him. "Of course I did. I'm me." Itachi raised an eyebrow. "Arrogance doesn't suit everyone." Naruto shrugged. "It suits me." Itachi didn't argue because he agreed. Naruto had changed. He still carried that fierce pride, that stubborn fire, that cocky grin that dared the world to challenge him. But now there was something else beneath it, a coolness, a calm, a quiet insight that came from watching Itachi as much as training with him. Naruto no longer rushed into things blindly. He observed, he analyzed, he thought, and when he acted, it was with purpose. Itachi approached him, studying the boy's stance. "Your chakra flow is steadier. You're learning to control your emotions." Naruto scoffed. "I'm not controlling anything. I'm just not wasting energy." Itachi's lips curved slightly. "That's called control." Naruto clicked his tongue. "Whatever," but he didn't deny it. The Kyuubi rumbled in the back of his mind. "You're becoming more like him." Naruto ignored the voice. He stepped back from the wall, crossing his arms with a confidence that bordered on regal. "So, what's next?" "I've already mastered this." Itachi gave him a look, the kind that said you're good, but don't get ahead of yourself. "You've improved," Itachi said. "But mastery takes years." Naruto grinned. "Then I'll do it in months." Itachi shook his head softly. "You're impossible." Naruto smirked. "And you keep coming back. So what does that make you?" Itachi didn't answer. Instead, he placed a hand on Naruto's head, not ruffling his hair, not treating him like a child, but acknowledging him, respectfully. Naruto froze. No one had ever touched him like that, not with fear, Not with disgust. Not with pity. Just warmth. Itachi withdrew his hand. You're growing stronger, Naruto. Not just in power. In spirit. Naruto looked away, cheeks warming despite himself. TCH. I was always strong. Yes, Itachi said. But now you're becoming someone who chooses strength for the right reasons. Naruto blinked. The words hit deeper than he expected. He wasn't just training to survive anymore. He wasn't just training to make people fear him. He was training because he wanted to be someone who could stand tall. Someone who could protect, not just endure. Someone righteous. Someone fearless. Someone worthy. Naruto smirked again, but this time it was softer. Guess you're rubbing off on me. Itachi's eyes warmed. And you on me. The forest wind rustled the leaves overhead, carrying away the tension and leaving behind something rare. Trust. A secret friendship forged in shadows, shaping Naruto into someone the world would never expect. Cool-headed, confident, calm, insightful, kind-hearted beneath the steel, fearless in the face of hatred, righteous in his own sharp, stubborn way. But still Naruto, still arrogant, still cocky, still absolutely certain of his own strength. And Itachi wouldn't have it any other way. Chapter 3 Hyuga. The afternoon sun hung low over Konoha, casting long shadows across the village streets. Naruto wandered aimlessly, hands tucked behind his head, cloak fluttering behind him. He wasn't looking for trouble, but trouble had a habit of finding him. Voices echoed from around the corner, sneering, mocking, cruel. Naruto's steps slowed. What's wrong with your eyes? They're creepy. Yeah. Don't look at us with those freak eyes. Naruto turned the corner. 3 older academy boys surrounded a small girl with dark blue hair and pale lavender eyes. Eyes that seemed to glow even in daylight. She stood frozen, clutching the hem of her jacket, trembling. Naruto's expression shifted instantly. Calm, cold, sharp. He stepped forward. Back off. The bullies turned, sneering. Oh look, it's the demon brat. Naruto didn't flinch. I said back off. One boy shoved him. Or what? Naruto's eyes narrowed, not with anger, but with a cool, confident disdain he'd learned from watching Itachi. You don't want to find out. The boys laughed. Naruto moved, fast. A single step forward, a twist of his wrist, and the lead bully found himself on the ground, staring up in shock. The other 2 backed away instinctively. Something in Naruto's presence, his killing intent, his unwavering confidence, made their stomachs twist. Naruto didn't even raise his voice. Leave. Now. They ran. Naruto exhaled softly, letting the tension fade. He turned to the girl, who stared at him with wide, astonished eyes. You okay? He asked, tone casual, almost bored. She nodded quickly. Why yes. Thank you. Naruto shrugged. They were annoying. The girl bowed her head. I'm Hyuga Hinata. Naruto blinked. Hyuga, huh? Big clan. She nodded timidly. Naruto smirked. I'm Uzumaki Naruto. He said it with pride, chin raised, eyes steady, voice confident. Not hiding, not shrinking, not apologizing for who he was. Hinata's breath caught. No one said their name like that. Not with that kind of certainty. Naruto noticed her shivering slightly. Without thinking, he unwound the scarf from around his neck, a faded, worn piece of cloth he'd kept for years, and draped it over her shoulders. Hinata froze. Why? Naruto shrugged again. You looked cold. Her cheeks flushed pink. Naruto turned away, waving lazily over his shoulder. See you around. I've got training to do. Hinata watched him walk off, scarf trailing behind her like a warm memory. She didn't know why, but she followed him with her eyes until he disappeared into the trees. And from that day on, she watched him. She watched the boy who trained alone in the forest until his hands bled. She watched the boy who stood tall even when the village whispered behind his back. She watched the boy who spoke of becoming the greatest shinobi, not as a dream, but as a certainty. She watched the boy who said he would become Hokage with a confidence that made her heart race. Naruto didn't know it yet, but Hinata had found someone worth believing in, someone worth admiring, someone worth following. And it all began with a scarf, a smirk, and a boy who refused to let anyone be bullied for being different. Naruto, age 6. The morning sun washed over Kanehagakure, warm and golden, as a 6-year-old Naruto Uzumaki walked toward the academy gates for the first time. His posture was relaxed, hands in his pockets, expression cool and unreadable. A stark contrast to the loud, impulsive child most villagers expected him to be. Itachi's influence showed in every step, calm, confident, sharp-eyed, but still undeniably Naruto arrogant, proud, and certain of his own strength. Irika Yumino stood at the entrance, clipboard in hand, greeting new students. When he spotted Naruto, his smile faltered for a moment. Not out of fear, but surprise. "You must be Uzumaki Naruto," Irika said warmly. Naruto nodded. "Yeah, try to keep up, sensei." Irika blinked, then laughed softly. "You've got spirit." Naruto smirked. "I've got more than that." He stepped inside, and the room went silent. Every child turned to look at him. Some curious, some wary, some whispering behind their hands. Naruto ignored them all. He scanned the room with a cool, assessing gaze. A round-cheeked boy munching on chips. He offered Naruto the bag without hesitation. Naruto nodded. "Thanks. Maybe later." Choji smiled, simple, genuine, silent. Still, hidden behind dark glasses and a high collar, Naruto tilted his head. "You're weird." Shino adjusted his glasses. "So I've been told." Naruto smirked. "I like weird." Pink hair, bright eyes, sitting perfectly straight. She glanced at Naruto, then quickly looked away, whispering to Ino. Naruto shrugged. "Whatever." She froze the moment she saw him, her cheeks flushed pink. Her fingers twisted nervously in her jacket. She still wore his scarf, carefully cleaned and neatly wrapped around her neck. Naruto's expression softened for a split second. "Yo," he said quietly. Hinata nearly fainted. Kiba grinned, full of energy. "So you're the kid everyone talks about." Naruto raised an eyebrow. "People talk too much." Akamaru barked happily. Naruto crouched and scratched behind his ears. "At least your dog's cool." Kiba puffed up. "He's not a dog, he's a ninja hound." Naruto smirked. "Sure." Head on the desk, eyes half open. Naruto nudged him. "You alive?" Shikamaru sighed. "Barely. This is all so troublesome." Naruto chuckled. "You're lazy. I like that." She flipped her hair dramatically. "So you're Naruto. You don't look scary." Naruto shrugged. "You don't look quiet." Ino blinked. "Hey!" Naruto smirked and walked past her. Naruto stopped. Sasuke sat alone, arms crossed, eyes sharp and cold. But beneath that, Naruto sensed something familiar. Loneliness, pressure, expectation. Naruto recognized it instantly. Sasuke looked up, meeting Naruto's gaze with a challenge. Naruto smirked. "So you're Itachi's little brother." Sasuke stiffened. "You know my brother?" Naruto shrugged. "Better than you do." Sasuke's eyes narrowed. TCH. Naruto took the seat beside him anyway. "Try to keep up," Naruto said casually. Sasuke scoffed. "Don't slow me down." Irika clapped his hands at the front of the room. "All right, everyone. Welcome to your first day at the academy." Naruto leaned back in his chair, arms behind his head, a confident grin on his face. He wasn't here to fit in. He wasn't here to be liked. He wasn't here to be feared. He was here to become strong, to become the greatest shinobi, to become Hokage. And as Hinata watched him with quiet admiration, Sasuke glared with competitive fire, and the rest of the class whispered about the strange, confident boy in the back. Naruto smirked. This was going to be fun. The academy courtyard buzzed with noise as Irika gathered the new students for their first taijutsu assessment. Kids chatted, bragged, and compared themselves, all except two boys standing apart from the crowd. Naruto, Sasuke, both calm, both confident, both sizing each other up without a word. Sakura Haruno and Ino Yamanaka were whispering loudly nearby, eyes glued to Sasuke. "He's so cool," Sakura squealed. "He's the top student for sure," Ino added. Naruto walked past them, hands in his pockets, expression bored. Sakura shot him a glare. "What are you looking at, Naruto?" Naruto shrugged. "Nothing interesting." Sasuke's eyebrow twitched. Sakura gasped. "How dare you?" Sasuke-kun is. Naruto cut her off with a lazy smirk. He's just Itachi's little brother. Sasuke stiffened. TCH. You talk big for someone who hasn't shown anything. Naruto stepped closer, eyes sharp. I don't need to show anything. You already know I'm better. A hush fell over the courtyard. Sakura sputtered. Naruto. You can't talk to Sasuke-kun like that. Naruto shrugged again. I just did. Sasuke's eyes narrowed, but instead of anger, there was something else. Interest. Challenge. Recognition. The first spark of rivalry. Irika clapped his hands. All right. First sparring match. Uzumaki Naruto versus Uchiha Sasuke. The class erupted. Hinata gasped softly. Hiba grinned. Shikamaru sighed. Ino squealed. Sakura panicked. Sasuke-kun, don't let him touch you. Naruto rolled his shoulders. Try to keep up, Uchiha. Sasuke smirked. Don't slow me down. The two boys stepped into the ring. Irika raised his hand. Begin. Sasuke moved first. Fast, precise, textbook perfect. A clean jab aimed at Naruto's shoulder. Naruto slipped past it effortlessly. Sasuke blinked. Naruto's voice was calm. You're predictable. Sasuke lunged again. Faster this time. Naruto parried, redirecting the strike with minimal movement. Itachi's influence clear in every motion. Whispers spread through the class. Is Naruto good? He's keeping up with Sasuke. No, Sasuke's holding back. Are you sure? Sasuke jumped back, eyes narrowing. Where did you learn to move like that? Naruto smirked. Wouldn't you like to know? Sasuke rushed in with a sweeping kick. Naruto blocked it cleanly. Irika's eyes widened. His form. It's too refined for a 6-year-old. Naruto stepped in, tapped Sasuke's chest with 2 fingers, and pushed lightly. Sasuke stumbled back. Gasps erupted. Naruto didn't attack further. He simply stood there, hands in his pockets, expression cool and unbothered. Is that all? He asked. Sasuke's pride flared. Don't get cocky. He charged again. Faster, sharper, determined to prove himself. Naruto met him head-on. A brief clash. A shift in weight. A clean sweep. Sasuke hit the ground. The courtyard exploded in noise. Sakura screamed. Sasuke-kun. Hiba howled. No way. Shino adjusted his glasses. Interesting. Hinata clasped her hands to her chest, eyes wide with awe. Naruto stepped back, offering Sasuke a hand. Sasuke slapped it away and stood on his own. Naruto smirked. Suit yourself. Irika raised his hand. Winner, Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto walked off without celebrating, shrugging as if the whole thing had been a warm-up. Sasuke glared after him, cheeks flushed with frustration. This isn't over, Sasuke muttered. Naruto didn't turn around. Didn't think it was. The rivalry had begun, and the academy would never be the same. The courtyard slowly emptied after the sparring matches, but the air still buzzed with whispers. Naruto beat Sasuke. Did you see how calm he was? Sasuke looked furious. Naruto ignored all of it. Hands in his pockets, expression cool and unreadable. He walked toward the academy gate. His movements were relaxed, almost lazy, but there was a sharpness beneath the surface, a quiet confidence that made people step aside without realizing why. He didn't get far before someone approached him. Hinata Hyuga stood a few steps behind him, clutching the ends of her jacket, cheeks flushed pink. She still wore the scarf he'd given her months ago, carefully wrapped, as if it were something precious. And Naruto-kun. Her voice was barely above a whisper. Naruto stopped, glancing over his shoulder. Oh, Hinata. She froze, eyes wide. Why you were amazing today. Naruto shrugged. It was nothing. Hinata shook her head quickly. And no, it wasn't nothing. You moved so fast. And you were so calm. And she cut herself off, flustered. Naruto raised an eyebrow. You watched the whole thing? Hinata nodded shyly. I always watch you. Naruto blinked. Not offended, not confused, just quietly surprised. Why? Hinata looked down, fingers twisting nervously. Because you're strong and brave, and you never give up. I want to be like that. Naruto's expression softened, just a little. You can be, he said simply. Just don't let people push you around. Hinata's breath caught. I'll try. Naruto gave a small smirk. Good. For Hinata, that single word felt like sunlight. Before she could say more, footsteps approached from behind. Heavy. Purposeful. Hinata stepped back instinctively. Naruto didn't turn. He already knew who it was. Sasuke Uchiha stopped a few feet away, arms crossed, eyes sharp with irritation and something deeper. Pride wounded, curiosity burning. Uzumaki. Naruto finally turned, expression cool. What do you want? Sasuke stepped closer. That fight. You didn't beat me. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Pretty sure I did. Sasuke's jaw tightened. You didn't beat me. I wasn't going all out. Naruto smirked. Neither was I. Sasuke's eyes narrowed. TCH. You think you're better than me? Naruto didn't hesitate. Yeah. Hinata gasped softly. Sasuke's fists clenched. You talk like you're already a top shinobi. Naruto shrugged. I will be. Sasuke stepped even closer, their faces inches apart. I'm going to surpass my brother. I'll be the strongest in the village. Naruto didn't back down. Then you better train harder. Sasuke blinked, not expecting that answer. Naruto continued, voice calm and confident. Because I'm going to be Hokage. Hinata's heart skipped. Sasuke's eyes widened. Naruto's smirk deepened. Sasuke scoffed. You? Hokage. Naruto nodded. Yeah. And I'll get there before you catch up to Itachi. Sasuke froze. Naruto walked past him, hands in his pockets, tone casual. Try to keep up, Uchiha. Sasuke turned sharply, frustration burning in his eyes. But beneath it, something else flickered. Respect. Challenge. Recognition. Hinata watched Naruto walk away, scarf fluttering behind her, admiration glowing in her pale eyes. Sasuke watched too, but with a fire that promised this rivalry was only beginning. And Naruto, he didn't look back. He didn't need to. He already knew both of them would follow. Night settled over the forest like a soft blanket, the moonlight filtering through the leaves in pale silver beams. Naruto stood before the steel wall, hands wrapped, posture relaxed but focused. His chakra pulsed steadily through his fingers, controlled, precise, a far cry from the wild bursts he once struggled with. He exhaled slowly, pressing his palm to the metal. Clean dent formed. Naruto smirked. Getting better, but he wasn't alone. He felt it, a presence. Soft, gentle, hesitant, not hostile in the slightest. Naruto didn't turn right away. He let the moment stretch, let the forest breathe around him. Then, with a lazy tilt of his head, he glanced toward the trees. A small figure ducked behind a trunk. Naruto's smirk widened. Hiding again, Hinata? Tiny gasp. Hinata peeked out, cheeks glowing pink even in the moonlight. She clutched the scarf he'd given her months ago, fingers twisting nervously in the fabric. I just, Naruto raised an eyebrow. You're a terrible liar. Hinata's face turned even redder. Sorry. Naruto walked toward her. Not threatening, not loud, just calm and confident. The way he always moved now. Hinata froze, eyes wide. Naruto stopped a few steps away, hands in his pockets. You've been watching me for a while. Hinata looked down, flustered. I didn't want to bother you. You didn't, Naruto said simply. Hinata blinked up at him. Naruto studied her for a moment. The way she peeked at him from behind her bangs, the way she tried to be brave even when she was trembling. She was quiet, shy, gentle, everything he wasn't, and somehow that made her presence feel warm. He smirked. You're kind of adorable when you do that. Hinata nearly fainted on the spot. Adorable? Naruto shrugged. Yeah, watching me like that. You look, I dunno, cute. Hinata's knees wobbled. Naruto chuckled under his breath. A rare, soft sound. He didn't tease her further. Instead, he turned back toward the steel wall. You can watch if you want, he said casually. Doesn't bother me. Hinata's eyes widened in surprise. Really? Naruto nodded. Sure. Just don't pass out. Hinata covered her face with her hands, flustered beyond belief. Naruto pressed his palm to the steel again, chakra flowing smoothly. But this time, he wasn't just training. He was aware of her, her quiet admiration, her gentle presence, the way she believed in him without question. And he didn't mind it, not at all. As he dented the steel again, he caught her watching from the corner of his eye, shy, fascinated, determined. Naruto smirked. Yeah, she's adorable. And Hinata, heart-pounding, watched the boy she admired. The boy she believed would one day become the greatest shinobi. Train beneath the moonlight, stronger and more confident than ever. Moments later, the forest had become Naruto's second home, a place where the world's noise faded and only the rhythm of his training remained. Tonight was no different. Moonlight filtered through the branches as Naruto struck the steel wall with controlled chakra pulses, each impact clean and precise. But he wasn't alone. He felt her before he heard her. Soft footsteps, a hesitant presence, a familiar warmth. Naruto smirked without turning. You're back again, Hinata. Hinata froze mid-step, hands clasped nervously in front of her. I didn't want to interrupt. You're not, Naruto said, pressing his palm to the steel again. You're quiet. It's fine. Hinata's cheeks warmed. She took a few timid steps closer, gathering courage she didn't know she had. I wanted to talk to you, she whispered. Naruto raised an eyebrow. About what? Hinata swallowed hard. About today. At the academy. Naruto shrugged. What about it? You were amazing, she said softly. The way you moved, the way you stayed calm. I've never seen anyone fight like that. Naruto smirked. I told you I'd get strong. Hinata nodded, eyes shining. You really will become Hokage one day. Naruto paused mid-movement. Most people laughed when he said that. Some mocked him. Some ignored him. But Hinata said it like it was already true. Naruto turned slightly, studying her. You really believe that? Hinata nodded again, firmer this time. Yes, I do. Naruto felt something warm flicker in his chest. Unfamiliar, but not unwelcome. Before he could respond, voices echoed through the trees. Hey, there he is. The demon kid. Let's see if he's so tough without teachers around. 3 older academy boys stepped into the clearing, the same ones who had mocked Hinata weeks ago. They glared at Naruto with forced bravado. Naruto sighed. Great, these idiots again. Hinata stiffened, fear flashing across her face, but only for a moment, because when the boys stepped toward Naruto, something inside her snapped. She moved, quickly. Hinata stepped in front of Naruto, arms spread wide, trembling but determined. I'll leave him alone. The boys blinked in shock. Naruto's eyes widened slightly. Hinata? She didn't back down. He didn't do anything to you? She said, voice shaking but growing stronger. You're just being bullies. Stop it. One boy sneered. Move, Hyuga. This isn't your business. Hinata shook her head. It is. Naruto-kun is my friend. Naruto froze. Friend. The word hit him harder than any punch. The boys hesitated, not because of Hinata's words, but because of the name she carried. Hyuga. Even they weren't stupid enough to risk angering that clan. They muttered curses under their breath and backed away. TCH. Whatever. Not worth it. Crazy girl. Let's go. When they disappeared into the trees, Hinata's knees nearly gave out. Naruto caught her shoulder before she fell. You okay? He asked quietly. Hinata nodded, breath shaky. I just didn't want them to hurt you. Naruto stared at her. Really stared, and something softened in his expression. You didn't have to do that, he said. Hinata looked down. I wanted to. Naruto smirked, but it wasn't his usual cocky grin. It was smaller, warmer. You're braver than you think. Hinata's heart fluttered. Naruto stepped back toward the steel wall. Stay if you want. I don't mind. Hinata nodded, cheeks glowing. And as Naruto resumed training, Hinata watched him with newfound courage. No longer just admiring him from afar, but standing beside him. For the first time, Naruto realized something. He didn't mind having someone there, especially her. Next day, the forest clearing had become Naruto's sanctuary, a place where the world's noise faded and only the rhythm of his training remained. Tonight, the moon hung low, silver light spilling across the steel wall and the soft grass beneath their feet. Naruto pressed his palm to the metal again, chakra flowing cleanly. A neat dent formed. He exhaled, satisfied. Behind him, Hinata stepped forward from the shadows, hands clasped nervously but eyes steady. "And Naruto-kun, see, could I train with you?" Naruto turned, eyebrow raised. "You? Train?" Hinata nodded, cheeks pink but determination shining through. I want to get stronger too. Like you." Naruto studied her for a moment. The shy girl who had stood up for him, the one who watched him with quiet admiration, the one who believed in him without hesitation. He smirked. "All right, but don't expect me to go easy." Hinata shook her head quickly. I don't want you to." Naruto stepped aside, gesturing to the steel wall. "Then show me what you've got." Hinata approached the wall, took a deep breath, and pressed her palm against it. Her chakra flickered, faint, shaky, but present. Naruto nodded. "Not bad. You've got control. Just need confidence." Hinata's heart fluttered at the praise. Naruto moved behind her, adjusting her stance with a light tap to her elbow. "Relax your shoulders. You're too tense." Hinata nearly melted on the spot, but she forced herself to focus. She tried again. This time, the chakra pulse was clearer. Naruto smirked. "See? You can do it." Hinata smiled softly, warmth blooming in her chest. Unseen by either of them, a figure perched silently on a high branch, watching with calm, thoughtful eyes. Itachi Uchiha. He had come to check on Naruto's progress, something he did more often than he admitted. But tonight, he found something unexpected. Naruto wasn't alone. Itachi observed the scene below, Naruto correcting Hinata's form with surprising patience. Hinata trying again and again, cheeks flushed but determination unwavering. Naruto smirking proudly when she succeeded. Hinata glowing under his praise. Itachi's lips curved, a small, rare smile. So he's not training alone anymore. He watched Naruto step beside Hinata, demonstrating a chakra pulse slowly so she could follow. Naruto's movements were calm, precise, Itachi's influence unmistakable. And Hinata, she mirrored him with quiet admiration, her chakra growing steadier each time. Itachi nodded to himself. Good. He needs someone gentle, someone who sees him without fear. Naruto suddenly paused mid-instruction, eyes narrowing slightly. He sensed it. He turned toward the trees. "Itachi," he said calmly, "you can come out." Hinata gasped softly. Itachi dropped from the branch, landing silently beside them. Naruto crossed his arms. "You've been watching." Itachi nodded. "Yes." Hinata bowed quickly. "You Uchiha-san." Itachi raised a hand gently. "No need for formality." He turned to Naruto first. "Your control has improved." Naruto smirked. "Told you I'd get better." Then Itachi looked at Hinata. "You have good instincts," he said softly, "and a kind heart. Training with Naruto will make you stronger." Hinata's eyes widened. Really?" Itachi nodded. "Yes, and Naruto will benefit from having someone like you beside him." Naruto blinked, caught off guard. "What's that supposed to mean?" Itachi's smile deepened just a fraction. "You'll understand eventually." Naruto scoffed, but Hinata blushed furiously. Itachi stepped back into the shadows, his voice drifting like a whisper. "Keep training, both of you." And then he was gone. Naruto stared after him, annoyed but thoughtful. Hinata looked at Naruto shyly. "And Naruto-kun, should we keep going?" Naruto smirked. "Yeah, let's see if you can keep up." Hinata nodded, determination shining. And under the moonlit sky, the two children trained side by side, watched over by a silent guardian who approved more than he ever said aloud. The weeks that followed changed Hinata Hyuga more than anyone in her clan expected. Every night, she trained beside Naruto in the moonlit clearing. Every night, she pushed herself harder than she ever had. Every night, she watched Naruto, his confidence, his fire, his refusal to bow to anyone, and something inside her grew. Not rebellion, not anger, but courage. And courage in the Hyuga clan was rare for a child like her. Naruto's influence was unmistakable. Her chakra control sharpened, her stance steadied, her strikes grew cleaner, more decisive. Naruto noticed it first. "You're getting faster," he said one night, smirking as Hinata landed a clean palm strike on the steel wall. Hinata blushed. I've been practicing." A lot. Naruto nodded. Yeah, I can tell. He stepped back, demonstrating a movement, a fluid shift of weight, a precise twist of the hips. Try this. It'll make your strikes hit harder. Hinata mirrored him, her movements shy but determined. When she executed the technique again, the steel wall dented deeper than ever before. Naruto grinned. See? You're stronger than you think. Hinata's heart fluttered, not because of the compliment, but because she believed it now. Naruto himself was changing rapidly. His taijutsu was sharper, his footwork cleaner. His punches, even at 6 years old, carried a surprising weight. Every strike against the steel wall echoed like a hammer blow. Hinata watched him with awe. And Naruto-kun, your strength? It's amazing. Naruto shrugged, wiping sweat from his forehead. I train. A lot. And I'm not stopping. He pressed his fist to the steel again, and the metal groaned under the impact. Hinata gasped softly. Naruto smirked. Told you. I'm gonna be the strongest shinobi. And Hinata believed him. The Hyuga compound was quiet that evening, lanterns glowing softly along the walkways. Hinata walked with her head slightly higher than usual. Still shy, still gentle, but no longer shrinking. Her father, Hayashi, noticed immediately. You're late returning, he said, voice cool. Hinata bowed. I was training. Hayashi raised an eyebrow. Training? With whom? Hinata hesitated, then lifted her chin. Uzumaki Naruto. The room froze, her father's eyes narrowed. The Jinchuriki? Hinata swallowed but didn't look away. He's strong and kind, and he helps me improve. Hayashi's expression hardened. You are the Hyuga heir. You do not associate with. Hinata stepped forward. I choose who I train with. The words shocked even her. Hayashi stared at her. Not angry, but surprised. Hinata, where is this coming from? Hinata's hands trembled, but she kept her voice steady. I want to be strong. I want to protect people. Naruto-kun, he inspires me. Hayashi studied her for a long moment. Then, unexpectedly, he nodded. Very well. If he pushes you to grow, continue. Hinata blinked in disbelief. Her father turned away, but his voice softened. Strength comes from conviction. If this boy gives you that, I will not stand in your way. Hinata bowed deeply, heart racing. She had stood up to her clan and won. Hinata returned to the clearing that night, breathless with excitement. Naruto looked up from his training. You're late. Hinata smiled, a real confident smile. I told my father about you. Naruto blinked. Oh? Did he freak out? Hinata shook her head. He accepted it. Naruto smirked. Guess he's smarter than I thought. Hinata giggled softly. Naruto stepped closer, eyes sharp but warm. You're getting stronger, Hinata. Not just in training. Hinata's cheeks flushed. It's because of you. Naruto shrugged. Nah, you had it in you already. I just helped you see it. Hinata's heart swelled. Naruto turned back to the steel wall, cracking his knuckles. Come on, let's get stronger together. Hinata nodded, stepping beside him. And under the moonlight, two children trained. One growing braver, the other growing stronger, both shaping each other's futures in ways neither yet understood. Night, the Hokage residence loomed in the moonlight, quiet and still. Lanterns flickered faintly along the walkways, but the building itself was silent. The third Hokage deep in his nightly paperwork or already asleep. Perfect. Naruto crouched on the rooftop, eyes sharp, breath steady. Hinata knelt beside him, hands trembling slightly as she peeked over the edge. Naruto-kun, are you sure about this? She whispered. Naruto smirked. Relax. Old man Hiruzen's asleep by now, and I already set traps around the perimeter. Hinata blinked. T-traps? Naruto nodded proudly. Yeah. If anyone comes close, I'll know. Hinata swallowed. I don't want you to get in trouble. Naruto glanced at her, expression softening just a little. I won't. Trust me. Hinata's cheeks warmed. I do. Naruto grinned. Good. Then let's go. They slipped through an unlocked window Naruto had scouted earlier. The halls were dim, lit only by moonlight spilling through paper screens. Hinata stayed close behind him, her Byakugan flickering to life for brief moments to check for guards. Naruto-kun, The ANBU patrol is 2 floors down, she whispered. Naruto nodded. Then we're fine. He moved with surprising stealth for a 6-year-old, quiet steps, controlled breathing, sharp awareness. Hinata followed, heart pounding. They reached a sealed door. Naruto smirked. This is it. Hinata's eyes widened. See the scroll of seas. It's really here? Naruto nodded. Old man keeps it locked up, but he's predictable. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a thin wire and a small metal pick. Hinata gasped. Naruto-kun, where did you learn that? Naruto shrugged. Watching people. And experimenting. A few clicks later, the lock opened. Hinata stared in awe. You're amazing, Naruto grinned. I know. Inside the room, scrolls lined the walls. Ancient, sealed, forbidden. Naruto scanned the shelves quickly, eyes sharp. There, he whispered. A long, thick scroll wrapped in deep blue silk. The kanji read, Scroll of Seas, Forbidden Techniques. Naruto lifted it carefully, unrolling it just enough to read the first few entries. Water release techniques, sealing arts, chakra manipulation methods. And then, Naruto's eyes widened. Yingfunsun shadow clone technique created by the second Hokage, Tobirama Senju. Naruto's smirk grew slow and dangerous. This is perfect. Hinata leaned closer, eyes wide. Shadow clones? Naruto nodded. Not illusions. Real clones. Solid. With chakra. They can fight, train, learn. Hinata gasped softly. That's incredible. Naruto rolled the scroll back up, eyes gleaming with ambition. With this, I'll get stronger faster than anyone. Hinata watched him, heart swelling with admiration. His confidence wasn't arrogance, it was certainty. A fire that refused to be extinguished. Naruto-kun, she whispered, you're going to become amazing. Naruto slung the scroll over his shoulder. I already am. Hinata giggled softly. Naruto turned toward the window. Come on, before the old man wakes up. Hinata followed, but before she climbed out, she glanced back at the scroll room, the place where Naruto's destiny had just shifted, and she knew, without doubt, this was the moment the world would one day remember. Naruto Uzumaki had taken his first step toward becoming a legend, and she was right beside him. The forest clearing was quiet except for the soft rustle of leaves and the steady rhythm of Naruto's breathing. The moon hung high, casting silver light across the steel wall and the open space where he and Hinata trained every night. Tonight was different. Tonight, Naruto had a forbidden jutsu to master. Hinata stood beside him, hands clasped nervously but eyes full of trust. And Naruto-kun, are you sure you want to try it now? Naruto smirked. Of course. I didn't sneak into the Hokage's place for nothing. Hinata blushed at the memory of their little heist. I'll help however I can. Naruto nodded, rolling his shoulders. Good. Keep an eye on my chakra flow. Tell me if it spikes too much. Hinata activated her Byakugan, pale eyes glowing faintly. I can see it clearly. Naruto grinned. All right, let's do this. Naruto formed the hand seal. Shadow clone technique. Puff of smoke. One clone appeared, then immediately collapsed into a useless heap. Naruto clicked his tongue. TCH? Too much chakra. Hinata shook her head. And no, too uneven. Your chakra spiked at the end. Naruto raised an eyebrow. You can see that? Hinata nodded shyly. Why yes, I can help you adjust it. Naruto smirked. Then watch closely. Naruto steadied his breathing, focusing on the flow of chakra through his body. Hinata watched intently, guiding him softly. Lower it. A little more. Yes. Keep it steady. Naruto formed the seal again. Shadow clone technique. 2 clones appeared this time, solid, stable, before dispersing. Naruto grinned. Better. Hinata smiled softly. You're improving fast. Naruto shrugged. I always do. Naruto closed his eyes, remembering Itachi's lessons. Precision is stronger than rage. He let the chakra settle, smooth and controlled. Hinata watched, breath held. As the flow evened out perfectly, Naruto snapped his eyes open. Shadow clone technique. A burst of smoke exploded outward. Hinata gasped. Naruto opened his eyes to see 10 perfect shadow clones standing around him, each one solid, confident, and grinning just like him. Naruto smirked. Now that's more like it. Hinata's hands flew to her mouth. Titen, Naruto-kun, that's incredible. The clones laughed, stretching and cracking their knuckles. One clone said, "We're awesome." Another added, "Of course we are." Naruto folded his arms proudly. "Told you I'd get it." Hinata's eyes sparkled with admiration. You really are amazing." Naruto glanced at her, and for a moment, his smirk softened into something warmer. "Couldn't have done it without you." Hinata's cheeks turned bright red. The clones all whistled teasingly. Naruto glared at them. "Shut up." They laughed again. Naruto pointed at the steel wall. "All right, you guys know what to do." All 10 clones saluted dramatically. Hinata watched in awe as they sprinted toward the wall, each one practicing taijutsu, chakra control, and strikes simultaneously. Naruto stood beside her, arms crossed, eyes gleaming with ambition. "With this," he said quietly, "I'll get stronger faster than anyone." Hinata nodded, voice soft but certain. I believe you." Naruto smirked. "Good, because I'm not stopping until I'm the best." Hinata looked at him. The boy who trained harder than anyone, who refused to bow to fate, who carried a fire brighter than the moonlight. And she knew this was only the beginning. Naruto Uzumaki had just unlocked the power that would change everything, and she would be right there beside him. Chapter 4 Soulbound. The moon hung high over the forest clearing, silver light spilling across the grass as Naruto sat cross-legged with the scroll of seals unrolled before him. Hinata knelt beside him, watching with wide, curious eyes as he flipped through page after page of forbidden techniques. Naruto muttered under his breath, "Shadow clone. Already got that. Water release. Tidal surge. 2 chakra heavy. Sealing art. Ocean lock. Boring." Hinata blinked. "And Naruto-kun, these are all high-level techniques." Naruto shrugged. "Yeah, but I'm not gonna use the lame ones." He flipped another section open and froze. A bold title stared back at him. Ninja Art, Soulbound. Rank, B. Type, Offensive. Description: a technique that binds a portion of the user's chakra to an enemy's chakra network, temporarily restricting movement and disrupting jutsu flow. Naruto's eyes gleamed. Hinata leaned closer. Soulbound? That sounds dangerous." Naruto smirked. "Dangerous for them." He scanned the technique, absorbing every detail: hand seals, chakra flow, the timing required. It wasn't easy. It wasn't simple. But it was powerful. And Naruto loved powerful. He rolled the scroll further, expecting more high-level jutsu. Instead, he found Ninja Art, Water Serpent Binding, Chakra Pulse Disruption Technique, Mist Clone Technique, Silent Step Flow, Water Release, Piercing Jet, Sealing Art, Tide Lock, Ninja Art, Ripple Echo Detection. Naruto stared, then deadpanned. The old man really left all this lying around? Hinata covered her mouth. "And Naruto-kun, you shouldn't call the Hokage." Naruto cut her off, eyes still scanning the scroll. "He's a good Hokage," Naruto said flatly. "But he's also one good senile Hokage." Hinata gasped softly. "And Naruto-kun?" Naruto shrugged. "Who hides forbidden jutsu in a room with a lock I can pick at 6 years old?" Hinata didn't have an answer. Naruto continued flipping through the scrolls, muttering, "Too easy. Too basic. Too weak. Ooh, that one's cool. Why is this even here?" Hinata watched him with a mix of awe and panic. "And Naruto-kun, maybe we should put them back soon." Naruto waved her off. "Relax. I'm not stealing them. I'm just memorizing them." Hinata blinked. "Why, you can memorize all of these?" Naruto smirked. "Give me a few minutes." Hinata stared at him like he was a force of nature. Because he was. Naruto rolled the scroll back up, eyes gleaming with ambition. Shadow clones. Soulbound. Water serpent. Silent step. Yeah. This is good. Hinata swallowed. "And Naruto-kun, what are you going to do with all of that?" Naruto stood, cracking his knuckles. "Train." He slung the scroll over his shoulder, smirking with that sharp, confident grin that made Hinata's heart flutter. "And then I'm gonna become the strongest shinobi this village has ever seen." Hinata nodded softly, eyes shining. I believe you. Naruto glanced at her, expression softening just a little. Good. Because I'm not stopping. He turned toward the trees, ready to begin another night of relentless training. Hinata followed close behind, the only person who knew just how far Naruto was already pushing himself. And somewhere in the Hokage residence, Hiruzen sneezed in his sleep. The Hokage residence was silent again by the time Naruto and Hinata slipped back through the same window they'd entered. The moonlight cast long shadows across the hallways, but Naruto moved with the same casual confidence as before, as if he owned the place. Hinata followed close behind, heart pounding, hands clasped nervously. And Naruto-kun, are you sure no one noticed? Naruto smirked. If they did, they're too slow to catch us. Hinata let out a tiny squeak of worry, but Naruto just chuckled under his breath. They reached the sealed room. Naruto knelt, picked the lock again with practiced ease, and slid the scroll of C's back into its exact place on the shelf. Perfectly aligned, perfectly untouched, perfectly innocent. Naruto dusted his hands off. See? Like nothing happened. Hinata exhaled in relief. Why, Yuri, amazing. Naruto shrugged. I know. He closed the door, relocked it, and motioned for her to follow. They slipped out the window, landing softly on the rooftop tiles. The night air was cool, carrying the faint scent of pine and distant lantern smoke. Naruto stretched. All right, let's get you home. Hinata blinked. Why, Yuri? Walking me back? Naruto gave her a look like it was obvious. Yeah, it's late, and you helped me. I'm not letting you walk alone. Hinata's cheeks warmed. Thank you. They walked side by side through the quiet village streets. Naruto kept his hands in his pockets, posture relaxed, eyes sharp, always scanning, always aware. Hinata walked a little behind him at first, but he nudged her gently. Walk next to me, he said. You don't have to hide. Hinata nodded shyly and stepped up beside him. The Hyuga compound gates came into view, tall, imposing, guarded by two stern-faced clan members. Hinata slowed, nervousness creeping back into her steps. Naruto noticed. You good? He asked. Hinata nodded, though her voice trembled. Why, yes, I don't want them to think badly of you. Naruto smirked. They can think whatever they want. Doesn't change anything. Hinata's heart fluttered at his confidence. They stopped at the gate. The guards eyed Naruto suspiciously, but he stared right back, unbothered. Hinata bowed slightly. Gee, good night, Naruto-kun. Naruto gave her a small, warm smirk, the kind he didn't show anyone else. Night, Hinata. See you tomorrow. Hinata's cheeks glowed pink as she hurried inside, clutching the scarf he'd given her. Naruto watched her go, hands still in his pockets, expression thoughtful for a moment. Then he turned toward the forest. Time to train. And with that, he vanished into the night. A 6-year-old with ambition burning brighter than the moon, unaware that the girl he'd just walked home was already beginning to follow that light. Same night, high above the forest clearing, perched on a branch where moonlight barely touched him, Itachi Uchiha watched Naruto train with 10 perfect clones. Naruto's movements were sharper, his chakra control cleaner, his determination unmistakable. Itachi's eyes softened. He's growing faster than expected. Naruto struck the steel wall again, a blow far too strong for a 6-year-old. The metal groaned under the impact. The clones followed suit, each strike echoing like a drumbeat of ambition. Itachi folded his arms. He's not just strong, he's driven. And he's not alone anymore. His gaze drifted to Hinata, who watched Naruto with quiet admiration, her Byakugan occasionally flickering as she analyzed his chakra flow. Itachi allowed himself a faint smile. Good. Someone gentle to balance his fire. Naruto paused, sensing something. His eyes flicked toward the trees. Itachi, he said calmly. You're there. Itachi stepped out of the shadows, landing silently. You've improved, he said simply. Naruto smirked. Told you I would. Itachi nodded once, a gesture of respect. This boy, he will shake the world. Hinata's dream. That night, after Naruto walked her home, Hinata lay in her bed, clutching the scarf he'd given her. The moonlight filtered through her window, casting soft patterns across her room. Her eyes slowly drifted shut, and she dreamed. She saw Naruto standing in the forest, surrounded by 10 glowing clones, each one moving with confidence and purpose. His eyes burned with determination, fierce, unyielding, beautiful. Hinata reached out in the dream, watching him push himself again and again, refusing to stop, refusing to break. He's so strong, but it wasn't just his strength. It was his heart, his fire, his refusal to bow to anyone. In her dream, Naruto turned toward her, offering his hand. "Come on," he said. "Let's get stronger together." Hinata's cheeks warmed even in sleep. I will," she whispered, and she meant it. The next morning, the third Hokage shuffled into the sealed archives with a cup of tea in hand, ready to begin his usual routine of checking the village's forbidden scrolls. He hummed softly, then he stopped. The lock on the scroll of C's room was slightly off, not broken, not forced, just picked. Hiruzen narrowed his eyes. He opened the door. Everything was in place. Every scroll, every seal, every shelf. But something was wrong. He could feel it. A faint disturbance in the chakra seals. A subtle shift in the air. A whisper of mischief. Hiruzen sighed, rubbing his temples. Naruto. He wasn't angry. He wasn't surprised. He was impressed and deeply concerned. He knelt beside the scroll shelf, running his fingers along the faintest trace of chakra. Shadow clone technique. He found it. Hiruzen stood, stroking his beard. "That boy. He's gonna give me gray hair." He paused. More gray hair, but despite his exasperation, a small smile tugged at his lips. Naruto was growing, faster than anyone expected, stronger than anyone realized. And Hiruzen knew the world isn't ready for him. Hinata's training. The morning after her dream, Hinata Hyuga woke before sunrise. Her heart still echoed with Naruto's voice from the dream. "Let's get stronger together." She stepped into the Hyuga training courtyard, dew still clinging to the grass. Normally she trained timidly, hesitant, apologetic. Not today. Hinata activated her Byakugan, breath steady, stance firm. She struck the training post with a precision and force that startled even herself. Palm strike, step, pivot, strike. Her movements were sharper, her chakra flow cleaner, her hesitation fading. A branch elder watching from afar murmured, surprised, "She's improving rapidly." Hinata didn't hear him. She only saw Naruto in her mind. His confidence, his fire, his refusal to bow to anyone. "I want to stand beside him, not behind him." She trained until her arms trembled, sweat dripping down her brow, determination burning brighter than ever. Later that day, Naruto walked through the village with his usual swagger. Navy blue sleeveless shirt, white shorts, spiky blonde hair with 2 strands framing his face. He looked relaxed, hands in his pockets, but his eyes were sharp as always. A familiar voice called out, "Naruto." Naruto turned to see the third Hokage standing outside the Hokage residence. Pipe in hand, expression gentle but knowing. Naruto smirked. "Yo, old man." Hiruzen sighed. "Naruto, we need to talk." Naruto raised an eyebrow but followed him inside. Hiruzen closed the door softly, then turned with a grandfatherly smile. "You've been training very hard lately." Naruto shrugged. "I always do." Hiruzen nodded. "Yes? But last night, a certain sealed room in this building was disturbed." Naruto's expression didn't change. Calm, unreadable, almost ITACHI-like. "Oh? Sounds like someone needs better locks." Hiruzen pinched the bridge of his nose. Naruto smirked. "Relax. I didn't steal anything." Hiruzen's eyes softened. "I know." Everything was returned exactly as it was. Naruto blinked, surprised he wasn't being yelled at. Hiruzen continued, voice warm but serious. "But the scroll of C's contains dangerous techniques. Techniques that could harm you if misused." Naruto crossed his arms. "I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing." Hiruzen studied him, the confidence, the maturity, the sharpness far beyond his age. "You've grown," the Hokage said quietly. "More than I expected." Naruto looked away, a faint smirk tugging at his lips. "I have goals." Hiruzen chuckled. "Yes? Becoming Hokage." Naruto nodded. And I'll get there. Hiruzen placed a gentle hand on Naruto's shoulder. I won't punish you, but I will ask you this. Be careful. Power gained too quickly can be dangerous. Naruto met his gaze, eyes steady. I'm not afraid of power. Hiruzen smiled softly. I know. That's what worries me. Naruto turned toward the door. Don't worry, old man. I'm not gonna lose control. Hiruzen watched him go, a mix of pride and concern in his eyes. That boy, he's gonna change the world. Night, the forest clearing was quiet, lit only by the pale glow of the moon. Naruto stood at the center, navy blue sleeveless shirt clinging to his small but toned frame, white shorts brushing against the grass. His blonde hair, wild, spiky, with 2 strands framing his face, shimmered faintly in the moonlight. Tonight wasn't about strength. Tonight was about precision. Hinata stood a few steps behind him, Byakugan active, her pale eyes glowing softly as she monitored his chakra flow. And Naruto-kun, are you sure you want to try this jutsu first? She asked gently. Naruto smirked. Of course. It's cool. Hinata swallowed. It's also dangerous. Naruto shrugged. So am I. He stepped forward, raising his hand. A single shadow clone appeared beside him, solid and ready. All right, Naruto said, cracking his knuckles. Let's see what this soulbound thing can do. The clone nodded, bracing itself. Hinata watched closely, heart pounding. Naruto formed the hand seals slowly, carefully, just as the scroll described. Tiger, ram, boar, horse seal of binding. His chakra shifted, not outward like a normal jutsu, but inward, spiraling tightly around his core before shooting forward in a thin, invisible thread. Hinata gasped. Naruto-kun, your chakra is changing shape. Naruto thrust his hand forward. Ninja art, soulbound. A faint ripple of chakra shot from his palm, striking the clone square in the chest. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the clone froze. Its chakra network flickered, disrupted, as if Naruto's chakra had wrapped around it like chains. Naruto's eyes widened. Whoa! It worked. Hinata stared in awe. Why your chakra? It's binding to the clone's chakra pathways. I've never seen anything like it. Naruto stepped closer, raising his hand experimentally. The clone jerked, not from pain, but from Naruto's influence. Naruto smirked. So I can control their movement. Interesting. Hinata's breath caught. Naruto-kun. That's incredible. Naruto released the jutsu, and the clone staggered back, shaking its head. That felt weird, it muttered before dispersing. Naruto exhaled, wiping sweat from his brow. TCH, that took more chakra than I thought. Hinata stepped closer, concern in her eyes. Naruto-kun, your chakra output spiked at the end. You need to be careful. Naruto smirked. I'll get used to it. Hinata hesitated, then smiled softly. I know you will. Naruto wasn't satisfied. He formed the seals again. Faster this time. Hinata's eyes widened. Naruto-kun, wait, too late. Soulbound. This time the chakra thread was sharper, cleaner, more controlled. It struck the clone instantly, and the clone collapsed to its knees, unable to move. Naruto's eyes gleamed. Yeah, this is gonna be useful. Hinata stepped closer, cheeks flushed with admiration. You're mastering it already. Naruto shrugged, though pride glowed in his eyes. Told you, I learned fast. Hinata smiled, warm, gentle, full of belief. You really do. Unseen in the branches above, a pair of dark eyes observed the scene with quiet interest. Itachi Uchiha. He watched Naruto bind the clone again, watched Hinata guide him, watched the boy's chakra twist into something sharp and dangerous. Itachi's lips curved faintly. He's growing faster than even I expected. And with Hinata beside him, he won't grow alone. Naruto had always been confident, always cocky, always sure of his own strength. But lately, something new had begun to take root in him. Something he didn't quite understand yet. A quiet, instinctive protectiveness. And it always surfaced around one person. Hinata. Naruto and Hinata trained side by side, the moonlight painting silver streaks across the clearing. Hinata practiced her gentle fist forms, her movements sharper than ever. Naruto watched her out of the corner of his eye, arms crossed, a faint smirk tugging at his lips. "You're getting better," he said. Hinata flushed. I'm trying. Because of you." Naruto looked away quickly, pretending to focus on the steel wall. "Tsh, don't say stuff like that." But he didn't hide the small smile. Suddenly, a twig snapped. Naruto's head snapped up instantly. Instincts sharp, chakra flaring just enough to warn. Hinata froze. "And Naruto-kun?" 3 older academy boys stepped into the clearing, the same ones who had bullied Hinata before. They hadn't learned their lesson. One sneered. Well, look who we found." Naruto's expression went cold. Hinata stepped back instinctively, but Naruto moved in front of her without thinking. A smooth, natural motion, like he'd done it 1,000 times. His voice dropped, calm but dangerous. "Leave." The boys laughed. "Or what? You gonna cry to the Hokage?" Naruto didn't move, didn't blink, didn't raise his voice. "You take one more step toward her," he said quietly, "and I'll break your nose." Hinata gasped softly. "And Naruto-kun?" The boys hesitated. Something in Naruto's eyes made their stomachs twist. He wasn't bluffing. He wasn't angry. He was simply stating a fact. One boy scoffed. "You think you're tough?" Naruto smirked. "I don't think. I know." He stepped forward, just enough to make them flinch. "Last warning." The boys exchanged looks, then backed away, muttering curses as they disappeared into the trees. Hinata let out a shaky breath. "And Naruto-kun? You didn't have to." Naruto turned to her, expression softer now. "Yeah, I did." Hinata blinked. "Why?" Naruto shrugged, looking away. "Because you're you." Hinata's cheeks turned bright red. Naruto rubbed the back of his neck, suddenly annoyed at himself for saying something so honest. "Tsh, don't make a big deal out of it." Hinata smiled, small, warm, glowing. "I won't," she whispered. "But thank you." Naruto's smirk returned, but this time it was gentler. Anytime. As Hinata practiced again, Naruto stood nearby, arms crossed, eyes scanning the forest. Not because he expected trouble, but because he wanted to be sure she was safe. And for the first time, he realized something. He didn't just want to be strong for himself. He wanted to be strong for her. The forest clearing was quiet again after the bullies left. Naruto stood in front of Hinata, arms crossed, expression softening just a little as he checked on her. "You okay?" he asked. Hinata nodded, cheeks pink. "Why yes. Thanks to you." Naruto smirked. "Good. I'm not letting anyone mess with you." Hinata's heart fluttered, warm, bright, overwhelming. She opened her mouth to speak, and that's when he spoke. A deep, rumbling voice echoed inside Naruto's mind, dripping with sarcasm. "Oh, how touching. The little heir of the Hyuga swooning over my jailer." Naruto stiffened. Hinata blinked. "And Naruto-kun?" Naruto clenched his jaw. "Not now. Honestly," the Kyuubi continued. "I leave you alone for one moment and you start playing hero for some girl." Naruto's eye twitched. "Shut up. What's next? Holding hands? Whispering sweet nothings? Pathetic." Naruto growled under his breath. Hinata stepped closer, worried. "And Naruto-kun? Are you all right?" Naruto forced a smirk. "Yeah, just annoyed." Inside his mind, the fox chuckled darkly. "Oh, don't mind me. Continue your little romance. I'll just sit here, sealed inside a 6-year-old with terrible fashion sense." Naruto nearly tripped. Hinata gasped. Are you hurt?" Naruto waved her off quickly. No, I'm fine. Just something stupid." The Kyuubi hummed. "She's staring at you like you hung the moon. You gonna tell her you've got a giant demon fox inside you?" Naruto's fists tightened. "I said shut up." "What? Afraid she'll run away screaming?" Naruto's chakra flared for a split second, just enough for Hinata's Byakugan to sense it. Her eyes widened. That chakra, that presence, that darkness, she knew what it was. Every Hyuga child was taught about the Nine Tails, about the night it attacked, about the boy who carried it. Hinata looked at Naruto, really looked, and her breath caught. "He's the Jinchuriki," the Kyuubi chuckled. "There it is. The fear, the realization. Watch her run." But Hinata didn't run. She stepped closer. "Naruto-kun," she whispered, voice trembling. "Not with fear, but with emotion. Naruto blinked. Hinata, she shook her head softly. I don't care. Naruto froze. Hinata's eyes glistened, full of quiet courage. You're strong. You're kind. You protect people. You protected me. She placed a hand over her heart. And that's what matters. Naruto stared at her, stunned. Inside his mind, the QB went silent, completely silent. Hinata smiled, shy, warm, brave. I like you, Naruto-kun. Not because of what's inside you, but because of who you are. Naruto felt something unfamiliar twist in his chest. Something warm, something soft, something terrifying. He looked away quickly, cheeks heating. Tich, you're weird, he muttered. Hinata giggled softly. Maybe, but I mean it. Naruto smirked. Small, genuine. Thanks. And for the first time in years, the QB didn't say a word. Because even he knew, Hinata Hyuga had just done something no one else ever had. She accepted Naruto completely. Academy. Irika's voice droned on at the front of the classroom, chalk tapping rhythmically against the board. And that is why chakra control is essential for even the simplest rank techniques. Naruto, fast asleep, head tilted back, mouth slightly open, arms crossed behind his head, completely unbothered. A faint snore escaped him. Irika sighed, rubbing his temples. Naruto, please at least pretend to listen. Naruto didn't move. Shikamaru whispered from the next desk. Troublesome. He's got the right idea, though. The moment Irika dismissed them, Naruto snapped awake like nothing happened. All right, finally. He reached into his bag and pulled out a small pouch of mochi balls, soft, sweet, and his favorite post-nap snack. He popped one into his mouth, cheeks puffing slightly as he chewed. That's when he heard it. Kiba's voice. Loud, confident, overly confident. Hey, Hinata, you want to sit with me at lunch? I mean, I'm pretty awesome, you know? Naruto froze mid-chew. He turned his head just enough to see Kiba leaning against Hinata's desk, arms crossed, grin wide. Akamaru barked in agreement. Hinata, flustered, shook her head quickly. I'm fine, Kiba-kun. Thank you. Kiba leaned closer. Come on. I'll even share my meat buns. Naruto wheezed. A tiny, muffled laugh escaped him as he shoved another mochi ball into his mouth. This idiot. He leaned back in his chair, faint smile tugging at his lips. Kiba? Trying to hit on Hinata? Naruto snorted softly. He's crazy. Hinata glanced Naruto's way, just for a second, and her cheeks turned pink when she saw him smiling. She quickly looked away, flustered. Kiba noticed. Hey, Hinata, what are you looking at? He followed her gaze. Naruto sat there, relaxed, eating mochi like he owned the place. Kiba frowned. What's so funny, Naruto? Naruto swallowed, smirk widening. Nothing, he said lazily. Just enjoying the show. Kiba bristled. Show? Naruto shrugged. Yeah, you're trying to flirt. It's hilarious. Shikamaru snorted. Choji tried not to laugh. Even Shino's glasses glinted in amusement. Kiba sputtered. I wasn't flirting. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Sure. Hinata covered her face, mortified. Naruto popped another mochi ball into his mouth, still smirking. Crazy dog boy. The academy classroom buzzed with the usual post-lecture chatter. Irika had barely stepped out the door before everyone started moving around, talking, packing up, except for one boy. Naruto Uzumaki lay flat on his back across two chairs he dragged together. Navy blue sleeveless shirt riding up slightly, white shorts wrinkled, blonde hair sticking out in every direction. He looked like he'd claimed the entire row as his personal territory. A small pouch of mochi balls rested on his stomach. He popped one into his mouth lazily. Chew, 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 eyes half-lidded, expression completely blank. Aura, I don't care about anything right now. His classmates stared. Shikamaru glanced over, sighed, and muttered, Man, that's a whole new level of not caring. Even I'm impressed. Choji blinked. He's eating mochi lying down. Isn't that dangerous? Ino wrinkled her nose. Ugh, he's so weird, Sakura whispered. Why is he like this? Shino adjusted his glasses. His behavior is unconventional. Kiba snorted. He looks like a lazy cat. Akamaru barked in agreement. Even Sasuke glanced over with a faint frown, as if trying to decide whether Naruto was being stupid or brilliant. Naruto didn't care, not even a little. He popped another mochi ball into his mouth, eyes drifting toward the ceiling. Training later, maybe shadow clones, maybe soulbound, maybe both. But right now, mochi. He let out a satisfied sigh. Hinata sat at her desk, hands clasped, cheeks pink as she watched him. He looks relaxed, happy. She smiled softly. I'm glad. Naruto suddenly snorted, a tiny, amused sound, as if remembering something funny. Probably Kiba trying to flirt with Hinata earlier. He popped another mochi ball into his mouth, faint smile tugging at his lips. The class collectively stared. What is wrong with him? Someone whispered. Naruto didn't even blink. He just kept eating, like the world could burn down around him and he'd still be lying there, chewing mochi, completely unbothered. Irika stepped inside, holding a stack of papers. He froze. His eye twitched, because there, in the middle of the room, Naruto was still lying across two chairs like a king on a makeshift throne. Hands behind his head, mochi pouch on his stomach, completely relaxed. Irika inhaled sharply, then, Naruto. Naruto didn't even flinch. He lazily popped another mochi ball into his mouth. Yo, Irika-sensei. Irika marched over, face red. Get off those chairs. This is a classroom, not your living room. Naruto blinked slowly. Relax, sensei. I'm not hurting anyone. You're using school property as a bed. Naruto shrugged. Better than the floor. Irika sputtered. That's not the point. The class snickered. Even Shikamaru cracked a small smile. Naruto finally sat up, stretching like a cat. Fine. Don't blow a gasket. Irika groaned into his hands. Why do you do this to me? While Irika tried to regain his sanity, Sasuke watched Naruto with narrowed eyes. Naruto's calmness wasn't normal. Not lazy calm, not clueless calm. It was controlled, focused, relaxed in a way that only someone confident in their strength could be. Sasuke stood, hands in his pockets, and walked over. Naruto noticed him approaching and raised an eyebrow. What's up, Uchiha? Sasuke stared at him. Not angry, not mocking, but analyzing. You're different, Sasuke said quietly. Naruto smirked. Maybe you're just slow. Sasuke ignored the jab. You're too calm, too sure of yourself. Something changed. Naruto popped another mochi ball into his mouth. Maybe I just slept well. Sasuke's eyes sharpened. Fight me. The room went silent. Kiba's jaw dropped. Ino gasped. Shikamaru muttered. Troublesome. Naruto blinked. Right now. Yes, Sasuke said. Outside. Naruto tilted his head, studying him. Sasuke wasn't angry, he was curious. Challenging. Testing. Naruto stood, dusting off crumbs. Fine, but don't cry when you lose. Sasuke scoffed. You won't beat me. Naruto smirked. Slow, confident, dangerous. We'll see. Hinata watched from her desk, heart pounding, because she could feel it too. Naruto wasn't the same boy he'd been a week ago, and Sasuke was about to find out exactly how much he'd changed. Naruto versus Sasuke. The air behind the academy was still, the dirt field empty except for two boys facing each other. Sasuke stood with his usual cool confidence, hands in his pockets, dark eyes sharp and calculating. Naruto stood opposite him, navy blue sleeveless shirt fluttering in the breeze, mochi pouch still in one hand like he hadn't bothered to take this seriously. Because he didn't. Hinata watched from behind a tree, heart pounding. Shikamaru and Choji lingered nearby. Even Kiba and Akamaru had followed, curious. Sasuke narrowed his eyes. You've been acting strange. Calm. Confident. I want to know why. Naruto popped a mochi ball into his mouth. Maybe I just got better. Sasuke scoffed. Prove it. Naruto smirked. Fine. Sasuke moved first. Fast. Sharp. Textbook perfect. A straight dash, pivot, and a sweeping kick aimed at Naruto's ribs. Naruto didn't dodge. He tilted. Just a tiny shift of weight, and Sasuke's kick sliced through empty air. Sasuke's eyes widened. Naruto's fist tapped Sasuke's forehead. Not a punch. Not a strike. Just a tap. Too slow, Sasuke growled and launched again. Punches, kicks, feints, all precise and deadly for a 6-year-old. Naruto weaved through them like he'd seen them all before, because he had. Training with clones. Training with Soulbound. Training with Itachi watching from the shadows. Sasuke swung a final punch. Fast, desperate. Naruto caught it, effortlessly. Sasuke froze. Naruto leaned in, voice low. "You're predictable." Then, whump. Naruto swept Sasuke's legs out from under him, planted a foot on his chest, and held him down without even breaking a sweat. The entire fight had lasted maybe 10 seconds. Sasuke stared up at him, stunned, breathless, humiliated. Naruto stepped back, hands in his pockets again. "You done?" Sasuke pushed himself up, fists trembling. How did you get so strong so fast?" Naruto shrugged. "I trained." Sasuke glared. "With who?" Naruto smirked. "Wouldn't you like to know?" Hinata, watching from the tree line, felt her heart swell. "He's incredible." Kiba's jaw dropped. "What the?" Naruto just, Shikamaru sighed. "Troublesome, but impressive." Sasuke stood, dusting himself off, pride wounded but eyes burning with new determination. "This isn't over," he said quietly. Naruto grinned. "Didn't think it was." As the boys walked back toward the academy, Hinata stepped out from behind the tree, cheeks flushed, eyes shining. Naruto had grown so much, so fast, so confidently, and she realized something. She wasn't just admiring him anymore. She was falling for him, hard. Chapter 5 Massacre. Year later. A year had changed Naruto Uzumaki in ways the academy couldn't measure. He was still loud sometimes, still mischievous, still the boy who napped through Irika's lectures and ate mochi like it was a religion, but when he trained, he was something else entirely. The clearing was quiet except for the faint rustle of leaves. Naruto stood in the center, navy blue sleeveless shirt clinging to his small but toned frame, white shorts brushing against his knees. His blonde hair, spiky and wild, caught the sunlight. 20 wooden targets were hidden around him, not in front, not in a neat line, but in blind spots, behind trees, behind rocks, high in branches, tucked into shadows. Targets no normal academy student could hit without seeing. Naruto closed his eyes. Hinata watched from a distance, breath held, Byakugan active. She could see his chakra, steady, controlled, flowing through his arms like a calm river. "He's grown so much." Naruto inhaled, then flick, 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 flick. Kunai flew from his hands in rapid succession, each one thrown with a different angle, different spin, different arc. He didn't open his eyes. He didn't need to. A heartbeat of silence. Then, thunk, 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 thunk. 5 hits. Thunk, 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 thunk. 10. Hinata's eyes widened. Thunk, 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 thunk. 15. Naruto smirked. Thunk, 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 thunk. 20. Every single target struck dead center. Naruto opened his eyes, stretching casually like he'd just finished a warm-up. "Not bad," he muttered. Hinata stepped forward, cheeks pink. "And Naruto-kun? That was incredible." Naruto shrugged, though pride glowed in his eyes. "Shadow clones help. I've been practicing angles and sound detection." Hinata blinked. "Sound detection?" Naruto tapped his ear. "Yeah. If I can hear where the wind hits the wood, I can guess where the target is." Hinata stared at him in awe. "He's not just strong. He's clever." A soft rustle in the trees. Naruto didn't turn. "Itachi," he said calmly. "You watching again?" Itachi stepped out of the shadows, expression unreadable but eyes warm. "You've improved," he said quietly. "Your awareness is exceptional for your age." Naruto smirked. "Told you I'd get better." Itachi nodded once. "At this rate, you'll surpass many adults before you graduate." Hinata's heart fluttered with pride. Naruto just grinned. "Good. I'm planning on it." As Naruto retrieved his kunai, Hinata watched him with soft eyes. His determination, his confidence, his strength, his kindness. She admired all of it, and she knew, without fear, without hesitation, that her feelings for him had only grown stronger. This time, Naruto Uzumaki is going to attempt this by being blindfolded. Naruto didn't move at first. He just listened, the faint creak of rope, the whisper of leaves brushing wood, the subtle shift of air as each target swung. Hinata could see his chakra, calm, steady, flowing through his arms and fingertips like a controlled flame. Naruto smirked. Got you. His hands blurred. Flick, 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 flick. Kunai flew in every direction. Behind him, above him, sideways, even backward with a reverse grip. Hinata gasped softly. Naruto didn't open his eyes. He didn't need to. A heartbeat of silence. Then, thunk, 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 thunk. 5 hits. Thunk, 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 thunk. 10. Hinata's breath caught. Thunk, 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 thunk. 15. Naruto tilted his head slightly, sensing the last target swing. Thunk. 20. Every single moving target struck dead center. Naruto pulled off the blindfold, grinning. Heh, not bad. Hinata stepped forward, awe shining in her eyes. And Naruto-kun? That was unbelievable. Naruto shrugged, though pride glowed in his expression. Shadow clones help. They practiced the timing for me. Hinata smiled softly. Still, your senses are amazing. Naruto smirked. Gotta be ready for anything. Up in the trees, Itachi watched silently, arms folded, blindfolded, moving targets, perfect accuracy. His eyes softened. He's growing faster than even I predicted. And with Hinata beside him, he's not growing alone. Nightfall. The village was too quiet, even for night. Naruto, now 7, sharper, stronger, and far more aware than any child should be, felt the tension in the air before he heard the whispers. The Uchiha. They're all. Itachi. Uchiha did it. A massacre. Naruto froze mid-step, his heart hammered. Itachi? His Itachi? The one who watched him train, corrected his stance, praised his progress. No way. Naruto sprinted toward the Uchiha district, ignoring the ANBU shouting behind him. The smell of smoke and iron hit him first. Lanterns flickered against empty streets. Shadows stretched across the ground like long, silent warnings. And then he saw him, standing alone in the middle of the street, moonlight behind him, cloak fluttering gently. Itachi Uchiha. Naruto skidded to a stop, breath sharp. Itachi, he shouted. Tell me they're lying. Itachi didn't turn, didn't move. Naruto's fists clenched. Say something. Silence. Cold, suffocating silence. Naruto's voice cracked. Why did you do it? Still nothing. Naruto's chakra flared, wild, furious, hurt. Fine. If you won't talk. He formed the seal. Shadow clone technique. 10 clones burst into existence, surrounding him in a protective ring. Naruto lunged. Itachi finally turned his head. His eyes glowed red. 3 tomo spun lazily in each iris. Calm, controlled, terrifying. Naruto froze mid-attack. So this is the Sharingan. His clones hesitated. Itachi whispered, Naruto, go home. Naruto snarled. Not until you explain. He charged again. Itachi didn't move. He didn't need to. Naruto's punch was inches from his chest when the world twisted. Itachi's eyes changed. The tomo spun together, reshaping into a new pattern, dark, sharp, impossible to look away from. Naruto's breath caught. This is something else. The air around Itachi felt heavier, colder, ancient. Naruto stumbled back, heart pounding. What is that? Itachi didn't answer. Naruto gritted his teeth. Fine. If you won't talk, then I'll make you. He lunged again, faster, angrier, more desperate. His clones followed, attacking from every angle. For a moment, just a moment, Naruto felt his hands close around Itachi's arms. He'd restrained him. He'd actually, poof. Naruto blinked. Feathers drifted around him. Crows cawed and scattered into the night. Itachi was gone. A crow clone. Naruto stared at the empty street, chest heaving, hands shaking. His friend, his mentor, the one who believed in him, gone. Rogue, a murderer. Naruto fell to his knees, fists slamming into the dirt. Why? His voice echoed through the empty district, but no answer came, only the flutter of distant wings. The Uchiha district was silent. Too silent. Naruto stood in the middle of the empty street, fists clenched, breath shaking. The moonlight caught the tears he refused to let fall. The smell of smoke and iron still lingered in the air. His mentor, his friend, the one who believed in him, gone. Naruto's voice cracked as he whispered into the empty street. Why, Itachi? A soft rustle behind him. Naruto spun, chakra flaring, ready for another fight. But it wasn't an enemy. It was Hinata. She stood at the edge of the street, pale eyes wide with worry, hands clasped tightly against her chest. And Naruto-kun, I heard what happened. I was looking for you. Naruto looked away quickly, wiping his face with the back of his hand. I'm fine. Hinata stepped closer. You're not. Naruto didn't argue. He just sank down onto the curb, staring at the ground. Hinata hesitated for a moment, then sat beside him. Close, but not too close. The silence stretched between them. Finally, Hinata spoke softly. You fought him, didn't you? Naruto's jaw tightened. I tried. Hinata swallowed. And? Naruto let out a bitter laugh. He didn't even fight back. Just looked at me, like I was a kid swinging at a mountain. Hinata's heart ached. Naruto-kun, you're strong. Stronger than anyone our age. But Itachi, Naruto cut her off. I know. He's on a different level. He clenched his fists again. But I'm catching up. Hinata turned to him, eyes soft. You really are. Naruto blinked, surprised. Hinata continued, voice trembling but sincere. You've grown so much. Your taijutsu, your shurikenjutsu, your chakra control, even your senses. You're already stronger than most genin. Naruto looked down at his hands. Doesn't feel like enough. Hinata shook her head. It's more than enough for now. You're only 7, and you're already doing things adults can't. Naruto didn't respond. Hinata took a breath, gathering courage. You're strong, Naruto-kun. But your strength isn't just your jutsu or your training. Naruto glanced at her. It's your heart, she whispered. You care. You protect people. You don't give up. That's what makes you strong. Naruto stared at her, stunned into silence. Hinata looked away, cheeks pink. I believe in you. I always have. Naruto felt something warm twist in his chest. Something that cut through the pain, even if just a little. He exhaled slowly. Thanks, Hinata. Hinata smiled softly. You're not alone, Naruto-kun. Naruto looked back toward the empty street where Itachi had vanished into crows. I'm gonna get stronger, he said quietly. Strong enough to find him. Strong enough to make him tell me the truth. Hinata nodded. And I'll be right beside you. Naruto blinked, surprised again. You will. Hinata's cheeks flushed, but her voice was steady. Yes, always. Naruto didn't know what to say, but for the first time since the massacre, he didn't feel like the world was collapsing. Because Hinata was there, and she wasn't going anywhere. Hokage Mansion. Naruto stood in front of the Hokage's desk, fists clenched, jaw tight. He looked smaller than usual, not physically, but in the way grief shrinks a person from the inside. Hiruzen watched him quietly for a moment before speaking. Sit, Naruto. Naruto didn't move. Just tell me why he did it. Hiruzen sighed, setting his pipe aside. Naruto, some truths are too heavy for children to carry. Naruto's eyes flashed. I'm not a kid. You are 7, Hiruzen said gently. And even adults struggle with what happened. Naruto's voice cracked. He was my friend. Hiruzen's expression softened. I know. Naruto stepped forward, anger and hurt mixing in his voice. He killed his whole clan. He tried to kill Sasuke. He looked at me like I didn't matter. Why? Hiruzen closed his eyes. There were answers. There were reasons. There was a truth darker and more complicated than Naruto could imagine. But he couldn't say it. Not yet. Naruto, Hiruzen said quietly. Itachi's actions were not what they seem. Naruto froze. What does that mean? It means, Hiruzen continued, choosing every word with painful care, that sometimes shinobi must make choices that others cannot understand. Choices that protect the village, even if the world sees them as monsters. Naruto stared at him, stunned. Hiruzen leaned forward. Itachi did what he did for reasons you are not ready to hear. And I cannot tell you more. Naruto's voice dropped to a whisper. So he's not evil? Hiruzen didn't answer directly, but his silence said enough. Naruto's breath shook. Then why didn't he tell me? Why didn't he say anything? Hiruzen's eyes softened. Because he wanted to protect you too. Naruto looked away, blinking hard. Hiruzen stood and placed a hand on his shoulder. Naruto, if you want the truth someday, you must grow strong enough to face it. Naruto swallowed. I will. I know you will, Hiruzen said. And when that day comes, you'll understand everything. Naruto nodded slowly, determination replacing grief. He would get stronger. He would find Itachi. He would drag the truth out of him if he had to. While Naruto wrestled with the weight of Itachi's betrayal, Hinata was in the Hyuga training grounds, pushing herself harder than she ever had. Her palms stung. Her breath came in sharp bursts. Sweat dripped down her face. But she didn't stop. Not after seeing Naruto break down. Not after seeing how much pain he carried. Not after realizing how deeply she cared for him. I want to be strong enough to stand beside him. Not behind him. She activated her Byakugan again, focusing on the training posts. Palm strike, pivot, step, strike. Her movements were sharper. Her chakra flow cleaner. Her hesitation gone. A branch elder watching from afar murmured, surprised, she's improving at an alarming rate. Hinata didn't hear him. All she saw was Naruto, hurt, determined, refusing to give up. I'll train with him. I'll support him. I'll protect him too. She struck the final post with a burst of chakra that cracked the wood. Hinata stared at her hand, shocked. I'm getting stronger, and she knew exactly why. Naruto stood alone in the forest, fists clenched, eyes burning with new resolve. Hinata approached quietly, determination in her own eyes. Naruto-kun, she said softly. Let's train. Naruto looked at her, really looked, and for the first time since the massacre, he felt something steady beneath his feet. He nodded. Yeah, let's get stronger. Together, they stepped into the clearing. Two children, two hearts, two paths intertwined, growing stronger for the truth, growing stronger for each other. The sun was dipping behind the treetops when Naruto finished his last round of training. Sweat clung to his navy blue sleeveless shirt, and his white shorts were dusted with dirt. He wiped his forehead with the back of his hand, breathing hard but satisfied. That's when he sensed it. Presence. Calm. Steady. Not hostile, but definitely watching. Naruto spun around. Who's there? A figure stepped out from behind a tree. He wasn't tall, maybe 153 centimeters, but he carried himself with the quiet confidence of someone who'd already seen real missions, real danger. His black hair fell straight to his shoulders, bangs framing a face that was too calm for someone his age. His eyes were the most striking thing, light green shifting toward jade, sharp and observant. He wore a black long-sleeved shirt, white shorts, sandals, and a blue forehead protector tied neatly around his head. A chunin. The boy gave a small nod. Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto blinked. Yeah. Who are you? The young man stepped closer, hands in his pockets, posture relaxed but alert. Rokuza Hakajaku. Chunin. 13. Naruto frowned. Never heard of you. Rokuza smirked faintly. You wouldn't. I'm not exactly famous. Naruto crossed his arms. Then what are you doing watching me train? Rokuza's jade eyes flicked to the kunai embedded in the trees, then to the blindfold still hanging from a branch. You're 7, he said, but your accuracy is unusual. Naruto grinned. Heh, I'm awesome. Rokuza didn't smile, but his eyes softened. Confident. Good. You'll need that. Naruto tilted his head. Need it for what? Rokuza stepped closer, lowering his voice. Konoha is changing. The Uchiha incident, the tension, the fear. Kids like you will grow up faster than you should. Naruto stiffened at the mention of the Uchiha. Rokuza continued. I was asked to observe promising academy students. You're one of them. Naruto blinked. Wait, someone sent you to watch me? Rokuza shrugged. Something like that. Naruto scowled. I don't need a babysitter. Rokuza's smirk returned. Good. Because I'm not here to babysit you. He reached into his pouch and tossed Naruto a kunai longer, heavier, sharper than the academy standard. Naruto caught it instinctively. Rokuza's eyes gleamed. I'm here to see if you can handle real training. Naruto's grin widened. Oh? You want to spar? Rokuza shook his head. Not yet. First, I want to see how you throw. Naruto raised an eyebrow. You sure? I'm pretty good. Rokuza pointed at a tree far behind him. One Naruto hadn't even noticed. Hit the knot in the bark, Rokuza said. Without looking, Naruto smirked. Easy. He turned his back, flicked his wrist. Thunk. Dead center. Rokuza's jade eyes widened just a fraction. Interesting. Naruto puffed out his chest. Told you. Rokuza stepped forward, extending a hand. Uzumaki Naruto, he said. I think you and I are going to get along. Naruto shook his hand, grinning. Yeah, I think so too. The forest clearing was quiet except for the soft crunch of leaves under Naruto's sandals. He stood across from Rokuza Hakajaku, who watched him with those sharp jade-green eyes that seemed to miss nothing. Naruto bounced lightly on his feet, fists raised. So you want to test my taijutsu, right? Rokuza nodded once. Show me what you've got. Don't hold back. Naruto grinned. You asked for it. Naruto lunged forward with surprising speed for a 7-year-old. His first punch came straight for Rokuza's jaw, clean, fast, and full of raw power. Rokuza tilted his head a few centimeters. The punch missed by a hair. Naruto followed with a kick, then another punch, then a spinning strike he'd practiced with clones. Rokuza blocked each one with minimal movement, his expression unreadable. Naruto jumped back, panting lightly. Well, how'd I do? Rokuza stepped forward, tapping the ground with his sandal. Your footwork, he said, is good. Naruto blinked. Really? Rokuza nodded. Good, but not great. Naruto's eye twitched. TCH. Rokuza continued, circling him slowly like a seasoned instructor. You're fast. You're aggressive. You commit to your strikes. That's good. Naruto smirked proudly. But Naruto's smirk vanished. But Rokuza raised a finger. Your stance is too wide. You're giving up balance every time you lunge. He raised a second finger. Your punches are strong, but you're throwing your shoulder too far forward. A skilled opponent will use that to counter you. He raised a third finger. And you're relying too much on instinct. Instinct is good, until someone smarter than you uses it against you. Naruto frowned. So, I suck. Rokuza shook his head. No, you're talented. Very talented. But talent without refinement is wasted. Naruto looked down at his fists, absorbing the words. Rokuza stepped closer, placing a hand on Naruto's shoulder. You have potential most kids your age don't. But if you want to reach it, you need guidance. Naruto looked up. Guidance. Rokuza gave a small, rare smile. A mentor. Naruto blinked. You mean you? Rokuza nodded. If you'll have me. Naruto's face lit up. Are you kidding? Of course. Rokuza chuckled softly. Then your first lesson begins now. He tapped Naruto's foot with his sandal. Narrow your stance. Naruto adjusted. Lower your center of gravity. Naruto bent his knees. Good. Now again. Naruto grinned fiercely. All right. Round 2. Hinata stood behind a tree, watching the two train. Naruto's determination burned brighter than ever, and Rokuza's calm, analytical presence felt like exactly what Naruto needed. She smiled softly. He's getting stronger again. And he's not alone. Rokuza had already tested Naruto's taijutsu, footwork, and throwing accuracy. He'd seen talent. He'd seen potential. He'd seen raw instinct sharpened by pain and determination. But he hadn't seen everything. Not yet. Naruto wiped sweat from his forehead, breathing hard but excited. Hey, Rokuza. There's something else I want to show you. Rokuza raised an eyebrow. Another trick? Naruto smirked. Something like that. Hinata, who had been quietly watching from the edge of the clearing, tensed. She knew exactly what Naruto was about to do. Rokuza folded his arms. All right, show me. Naruto formed a single seal. Shadow clone technique. A clone appeared beside him, solid and ready. Rokuza nodded. Standard clone. Good chakra distribution. Naruto shook his head. Not the clone. Watch this. He stepped forward, eyes narrowing in focus. His chakra shifted. Hinata could see it with her Byakugan, swirling inward, tightening like a coil ready to snap. Naruto thrust out his hand. Ninja art, soulbound. A thin, invisible ripple of chakra shot from Naruto's palm and struck the clone square in the chest. Rokuza's jade eyes widened. The clone froze, not dispelled, not damaged, just bound. Naruto lifted his hand slightly. The clone jerked upward. Naruto twisted his wrist. The clone twisted with it. Naruto clenched his fist. The clone dropped to its knees. Rokuza stepped forward, eyes sharp. That's not a standard academy technique. Naruto released the jutsu, and the clone dissolved into smoke. Rokuza crouched, examining the air where the chakra thread had been. Your chakra, it didn't just connect. It latched. Like a hook. Naruto nodded. Yeah, I can control clones with it. Or other stuff. Rokuza's gaze snapped to him. Other shinobi? Naruto hesitated. Maybe. I haven't tried. Hinata stepped forward, voice soft but serious. It's dangerous, Rokuza-san. Naruto-kun only uses it for training. Rokuza stood slowly, expression unreadable. Then he exhaled. Naruto, this technique is advanced. Too advanced for your age. Naruto frowned. So? I can handle it. Rokuza shook his head. That's not the point. A jutsu that binds chakra pathways. That's something even Jonin would be cautious with. Naruto crossed his arms. I'm not scared. Rokuza gave him a long, assessing look. You're not scared because you don't understand how powerful it is. Naruto blinked. Rokuza continued, voice calm but firm. This technique could immobilize an enemy, disrupt their chakra, maybe even stop their heart if misused. Hinata gasped softly. Naruto's eyes widened. I didn't know that. Rokuza stepped closer, placing a hand on Naruto's shoulder. Listen to me. You're strong. Stronger than most kids your age. But strength without control is dangerous. Naruto swallowed. So what do I do? Rokuza smiled faintly. You train. With me. I'll help you refine this technique so it doesn't hurt you or anyone else by accident. Naruto blinked, surprised. You will. Rokuza nodded. If you're going to wield something this dangerous, you need someone who understands how to keep you grounded. Naruto grinned. Then let's start now. Rokuza chuckled. Not tonight. You've shown me enough for one day. Hinata stepped beside Naruto, smiling softly. You did amazing, Naruto-kun. Naruto scratched his cheek, embarrassed. Heh. Thanks. Rokuza watched the two of them, jade eyes thoughtful. This kid, he's gonna shake the world. And I'll make sure he doesn't break himself doing it. Rokuza folded his arms, jade green eyes sharp. All right, Naruto. Show me soulbound again. Slowly this time. Naruto nodded, forming a single seal. Shadow clone technique. A clone appeared beside him. Rokuza stepped closer. Good. Now don't activate soulbound yet. First, feel your chakra. Naruto blinked. Feel it. Rokuza tapped Naruto's chest lightly. Soulbound works because you force your chakra into another being's network. If you push too hard, you'll damage yourself. If you push too little, the jutsu fails. Naruto frowned. So what do I do? Rokuza crouched, drawing a line in the dirt. Think of your chakra like a thread. Not a rope, not a chain. A thread. Thin, flexible, controlled. Naruto nodded slowly. Now, Rokuza continued. Send that thread out. But don't latch it. Just touch. Naruto inhaled, focusing. His chakra tightened, spiraling inward. Then, a faint ripple extended from his palm. It brushed the clone's chest like a whisper. Hinata gasped softly. Naruto-kun, your chakra output is much smoother. Rokuza nodded. Good. That's step 1. Step 2, control the flow. Naruto tilted his head. Flow. Rokuza placed his hand over Naruto's. Your chakra shouldn't slam into the target. It should slide in, like water finding cracks. Naruto tried again. This time, the chakra thread slipped into the clone's network gently, without the harsh snap it usually had. The clone stiffened slightly but didn't freeze. Rokuza smiled faintly. Better. You're learning restraint. Naruto grinned. Heh. I'm awesome. Rokuza flicked Naruto's forehead. Don't get cocky. Now, step 3. Naruto rubbed his forehead. Ow. What's step 3? Rokuza's expression turned serious. Release. Naruto blinked. Release. Rokuza nodded. Soulbound is dangerous because once you latch onto someone's chakra, it's hard to let go. If you can't release instantly, you risk backlash. Naruto swallowed. Backlash. Hinata stepped forward, worried. Naruto-kun, your chakra could rebound and injure you. Rokuza pointed at the clone. So, release. Now. Naruto focused, pulling his chakra back. The thread snapped free cleanly. The clone staggered, then stood straight again. Rokuza nodded approvingly. Good. Again. Naruto repeated the process: thread, flow, release. Each time smoother. Each time cleaner. Each time more controlled. Hinata watched with awe. Naruto-kun, you're mastering it. Rokuza stepped back, arms crossed. He's getting there. But one more thing. Naruto perked up. Yeah. Rokuza's jade eyes sharpened. Soulbound isn't just about control. It's about intent. If your emotions spike, anger, fear, desperation, the jutsu becomes unstable. Naruto stiffened, remembering the night he tried to bind Itachi. Rokuza continued, voice calm but firm. If you want to use this technique safely, you must stay centered. No matter what. Naruto nodded slowly. I understand. Rokuza placed a hand on his shoulder. Good. Because this technique could save your life or destroy it. I'm going to make sure it's the former. Naruto grinned. Then let's keep training. Hinata smiled softly. I'll help too. Rokuza smirked. Good. I'll need both of you focused. Tomorrow we test Soulbound in motion. Naruto's eyes lit up. A moving target? Rokuza nodded. A moving opponent. Naruto's grin widened. Hinata's heart fluttered. And Rokuza thought quietly, this kid is going to be terrifying someday. And I'll make sure he grows into someone worth fearing for the right reasons. Chapter 6: Graduation. The academy courtyard buzzed with energy. 12-year-olds in mismatched uniforms, forehead protectors still a dream rather than a reality, gathered in small clusters, laughing, bragging, stressing, pretending not to stress. And in the middle of it all stood Naruto Uzumaki. He stood tall for his age, posture confident, eyes sharp. His outfit was simple but striking. Sporting a black high-collared short-sleeved shirt, the Uzumaki clan crest bold on the back, white shorts that contrasted cleanly with the dark top, black sandals worn from training, blonde hair spiked and wild, 2 strands framing his face, a faint smirk tugging at his lips. Shikamaru yawned beside him. Man, can't believe we're actually graduating. Troublesome. Choji munched on chips. I think it's exciting. Kiba cracked his knuckles. Heh, I'm gonna crush the exam. Akamaru barked in agreement. Sakura fussed with her hair. I studied all night. I'm ready. Ino rolled her eyes. You always say that. Sasuke stood off to the side, arms crossed, eyes flicking toward Naruto with that familiar mix of rivalry and curiosity. And Hinata. Hinata stood a little closer than usual, hands clasped, cheeks pink, eyes drifting to Naruto every few seconds. Naruto stretched his arms behind his head, completely relaxed. Man, everyone's so tense, he said. It's just the graduation exam. Kiba scoffed. Easy for you to say. You've been training like a maniac for years. Naruto shrugged. Hard work pays off. Sasuke narrowed his eyes. We'll see how much. Naruto smirked. Oh, you'll see. Hinata smiled softly. And Naruto-kun, you look confident today. Naruto glanced at her, grin softening. Yeah, I'm ready. Rokuza's training. Years of taijutsu refinement, soulbound control, shurikenjutsu mastery, and a determination forged through loss and growth. He wasn't just ready for graduation. He was ready for the world. Irika stepped out of the academy doors, clipboard in hand. All right, everyone, line up. We're starting the graduation exam. The courtyard erupted in nervous chatter. Naruto cracked his knuckles, stepping forward. Let's do this. Hinata followed close behind. Sasuke walked beside him, silent but focused. The rest of the class formed up, 12 years old, on the edge of becoming shinobi, on the edge of everything. And Naruto Uzumaki walked toward the exam with the confidence of someone who had already decided. He would not fail. He would not be overlooked. He would not be ordinary. The academy classroom was packed, every student buzzing with nerves. Irika stood at the front, clipboard in hand, calling names one by one for the ninjutsu portion of the graduation exam. Naruto Uzumaki waited near the back of the line, arms crossed, foot tapping, a cocky grin plastered across his face. He wore his black high-collared shirt with the Uzumaki crest blazing on the back, white shorts, and that unmistakable swagger that said, "I'm about to blow everyone's minds." Hinata watched him with a mix of admiration and worry. Sasuke watched him with suspicion. Kiba watched him with annoyance. And Naruto, he was already planning how to make this flashy. Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto cracked his knuckles. All right, time to show him. He walked to the center of the room, hands behind his head like he owned the place. Irika sighed. Naruto, just perform the clone jutsu. No theatrics. Naruto smirked. No promises. Mizuki leaned forward, curious. Let's see what the boy can do. Naruto inhaled, forming the seal with a flourish that was absolutely unnecessary. Okay, watch closely, everyone. This is gonna be awesome. Irika pinched the bridge of his nose. Naruto, just too late. Naruto slammed his hands together. Shadow clone jutsu. A burst of chakra exploded outward. Poof, 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 poof. The room filled with dozens of perfect, solid Naruto clones. Standing on desks, hanging from the ceiling beams, sitting on Irika's desk, one even poking Sasuke in the shoulder. The class erupted. Kiba, what the? Ino, how many is that? Sakura, that's not even an academy technique. Shikamaru, troublesome, but impressive. Sasuke, TCH Hinata, Naruto-kun, Irika's jaw dropped. And Naruto, that's a Jonin-level technique. Naruto grinned, arms spread wide. Yeah, I know. Pretty cool, right? One clone leaned over Irika's shoulder. So, do I pass? Irika sputtered. Pass? You overperformed. Naruto blinked. Is that bad? Irika rubbed his temples. No, Naruto. It's not bad. It's just unexpected. Mizuki forced a smile. Very unexpected. Naruto dismissed the clones with a snap of his fingers. Poof, the room fell silent. Naruto stood there, hands on his hips, smirk wide. So, how'd I do? Irika sighed, but a smile tugged at his lips. You pass. Easily. Naruto pumped a fist. Yes. Hinata clapped softly, cheeks pink. Sasuke looked away, annoyed but impressed. Kiba muttered something about show-offs. And Naruto, he strutted back to his seat like he'd just won the Chunin exams. Because honestly, he kind of felt like he had, And Naruto-kun. Naruto turned, grin widening. Oh, hey, Hinata. She stopped in front of him, fidgeting slightly. Why, you were amazing. Your shadow clone jutsu was incredible. Naruto rubbed the back of his head, trying not to look too smug. Hey, yeah, I kinda went overboard. Hinata shook her head quickly. And no, it was perfect. You've worked so hard. I'm really proud of you. Naruto blinked, then smiled soft, genuine. Thanks, Hinata. Really. Hinata's heart fluttered so hard she thought she might faint. Before Hinata could say anything else, a shadow fell over them. Sasuke, arms crossed, eyes narrowed. Aura, annoyed but curious. Naruto. Naruto sighed. What now, Sasuke? Sasuke stepped closer. That jutsu you used, the shadow clone, that's not academy level. Naruto smirked. Yeah, I know. Sasuke's eyes sharpened. Where did you learn it? Naruto shrugged. Training. Sasuke frowned. Don't play dumb. That technique requires massive chakra control. Even some jonin struggle with it. Naruto leaned in, smirk widening. Maybe you're just jealous. Sasuke clicked his tongue. TCH, don't get cocky. I'll surpass you. Naruto grinned. You can try. Hinata watched nervously, but she could tell. This wasn't anger. This was rivalry. A spark that would push both of them forward. Irika stepped out with a list in hand. All right, everyone. Team assignments. The courtyard quieted instantly. Irika cleared his throat. Team 7. Haruno Sakura, Uchiha Sasuke, Uzumaki Naruto. The reactions were immediate. Naruto. What? With him? Sasuke. TCH. Sakura. Why was I get to be with Sasuke-kun? Naruto. What the hell? Sakura. TCH. Naruto. Hinata's face fell for a moment, but she quickly composed herself. She knew Naruto would shine no matter what team he was on. Irika continued. Team 8. Hinata Hyuga, Kiba Inuzuka, Shino Aburame. Hinata smiled softly. I'll do my best. Naruto gave her a thumbs up. You'll be awesome, Hinata. Her cheeks turned pink again. Team 10. Shikamaru Nara, Ino Yamanaka, Choji Akimichi. Shikamaru groaned. Troublesome. Naruto Uzumaki, with his arrogance, talent, and heart, was officially a genin. Team 7 was formed. Rivalries ignited. Friendships deepened. And the path ahead was about to get a whole lot more interesting. The moment Irika dismissed the class, Naruto stormed out of the academy building like a tiny blonde thundercloud. He stomped across the courtyard, muttering under his breath, hands flailing in pure 12-year-old indignation. Hinata followed at a careful distance, worried. Sasuke ignored him entirely. Sakura was too busy squealing, Sasuke-kun, to notice anything else. Naruto finally stopped behind the training field, threw his hands up, and let it all out. Why did I have to get stuck with them? He paced in circles, hair practically sparking with frustration. Of all the teams, all of them, why do I get paired with Mr. I'm too cool to blink Uchiha? He mimicked Sasuke's brooding posture, arms crossed, face blank. HN. TSH. I'm better than you. Ugh. He's got a tree branch stuck so far up his attitude he can't even smile. Hinata covered her mouth to hide a giggle. Naruto wasn't done. And then there's Sakura. He threw his arms up dramatically. She doesn't even talk like a normal person. It's just, he pitched his voice high and nasal. Sasuke-kun. 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 He flailed again. She says his name more than she breathes. I swear, if she says Sasuke one more time, I'm gonna arch. He dropped onto the grass, arms spread out like he'd been defeated by life itself. Hinata approached gently. And Naruto-kun? It's not that bad. Naruto groaned into the dirt. Hinata, it's terrible. I'm doomed. My team is a disaster. Hinata knelt beside him, smiling softly. You're strong. You'll make it work. Naruto peeked up at her. You really think so? Hinata nodded. I know so. Naruto sighed dramatically, rolling onto his back. Fine. But if Sasuke starts brooding at me, or Sakura starts screaming again, I'm blaming the universe. Hinata giggled. Naruto finally cracked a smile. Guess I'll just have to show them how awesome I am. And just like that, the storm cloud lifted, because if there was one thing Naruto Uzumaki never lacked, it was determination. Team 7. Team 7 gathered on the academy rooftop, the afternoon sun warm on the tiles. Naruto leaned against the railing, arms crossed, still grumbling about his team assignment. Sasuke stood a few feet away, brooding like it was a full-time job. Sakura hovered near Sasuke, trying and failing to look calm. Naruto muttered under his breath. Great. Stuck with Mr. HN and Miss Sasuke-kun forever. Sakura snapped. What was that? Naruto waved her off. Nothing. Just talking to myself. Sasuke didn't even look at them. Good. Keep it that way. Naruto rolled his eyes. Unbelievable. The tension simmered until the door to the rooftop slid open. All three turned and saw nothing, just an empty doorway. Naruto blinked. Did someone open that, or? A voice drifted down from above them. You're all kind of loud. Naruto jerked his head up. Wah! A silver-haired man perched casually on the railing above the door, one knee up, one hand in his pocket. His face mask covered everything below his eyes, and his hitai was tilted to hide his left eye entirely. He looked like he'd rolled out of bed 5 minutes ago. Naruto stared. Who the heck are you? The man blinked lazily. Your new sensei, Sakura gasped. You're Kakashi Hatake? Naruto squinted. You don't look like a jonin. Kakashi tilted his head. And you don't look like someone who passed the exam. Naruto sputtered. Hey! Sasuke watched silently, analyzing every movement. Kakashi noticed. Sharp eyes, he thought. And the blonde one. Too much chakra for a kid his age. Kakashi clapped his hands once. All right, let's introduce ourselves. Sakura perked up. What should we say? Kakashi-sensei? Kakashi shrugged. Likes, dislikes, dreams for the future. You know, basic stuff. Naruto crossed his arms. You go first. Kakashi stared at him for a long moment. I don't feel like it. Naruto's jaw dropped. What kind of teacher are you? Kakashi ignored him completely. Let's start with Blondie. Naruto groaned but stepped forward. Fine. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I like training, machi, and proving people wrong. I dislike jerks, traitors, and people who underestimate me. My dream is to become Hokage. Kakashi's visible eye curved slightly. Ambitious. Naruto smirked. You bet. Sakura went next, then Sasuke, who delivered his introduction with the emotional range of a brick. Kakashi nodded thoughtfully. Interesting group. Very explosive. Naruto pointed at him. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Kakashi stood, stretching lazily. You'll find out tomorrow. Sakura blinked. What's tomorrow? Kakashi gave a cheerful eye smile that somehow felt ominous. Your real test. Naruto frowned. Real test? We already passed. Kakashi waved a hand. That was just to see if you could make clones without falling over. Naruto's eye twitched. Kakashi continued. Meet me at Training Ground 3 at dawn. Don't eat breakfast. Naruto blinked. Why not? Kakashi paused at the door. You'll throw up. And with that, he vanished. Naruto stared at the empty doorway. I already hate him. Sasuke smirked. Good. Maybe you'll shut up tomorrow. Naruto glared. Oh, it's on. Sakura sighed dramatically, and thus, Team 7's chaotic journey officially began. The forest was quiet when Naruto returned, quiet in that way only places you've bled and grown in can be. The trees were familiar. The air was familiar. The training ground was familiar, but Naruto wasn't the same kid anymore. 12 years old now, wearing his black high-collared shirt with the Uzumaki crest blazing on the back, white shorts and black sandals. He looked sharper, stronger, more focused. The academy graduation was behind him. Team 7 was ahead, and he needed to be ready. Naruto stepped into the clearing where Rokuza had once tested him. At the far end stood the steel training wall, thick, reinforced, and scarred from years of punishment. Naruto cracked his knuckles. All right, let's see how much stronger I've gotten. He planted his feet, tightened his core, and drove his fist forward. Clang! The steel vibrated. Birds scattered from the trees. Naruto shook out his hand, grinning. Not bad, but not enough. He stepped back, inhaled, and struck again. Clang! 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 Each punch was sharper, cleaner, more controlled. Not wild, not reckless. Rokuza's training had drilled precision into him. Naruto reached into his pack and pulled out the new weighted bands, thick, dark, and heavy. He strapped them around his wrists and ankles. The moment he stood, his body dipped slightly. Whoa. Okay. These are heavier than I thought. He grinned. Perfect. He dashed forward and nearly tripped. Gah! He caught himself, laughing. All right. Gotta get used to it. He tried again. This time, his movements were clumsy but determined. Punches slower but more deliberate. Kicks heavier but more powerful. He struck the steel wall again. Clang! The impact was deeper. More force behind it. More weight. More intent. Naruto wiped sweat from his forehead. Rokuza was right. If I want to get faster, I need to get stronger. And if I want to get stronger, I need to push harder. He stepped back, took a stance, and unleashed a flurry of punches. Clang! 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 Each strike echoed through the forest like a declaration. Soft footsteps approached from behind. And Naruto-kun? Naruto turned, panting lightly. Oh hey, Hinata. She watched him with wide eyes. You're training? Even after the exam? Naruto shrugged, smiling. Yeah. I gotta be ready for whatever Kakashi throws at us tomorrow. Hinata stepped closer, gaze drifting to the steel wall. Your punches. They're much stronger than before. Naruto grinned. Thanks. The weights help. And, well, I'm not stopping until I'm the strongest I can be. Hinata smiled softly. You're already amazing. Naruto blinked, cheeks warming slightly. Heh. Thanks. He turned back to the steel wall, fists tightening. I'm gonna get stronger. Strong enough to protect my team. Strong enough to face anything. Strong enough to find answers. He struck the wall again. Clang. Hinata watched him, admiration glowing in her eyes. Naruto wasn't just training his body. He was forging his future. Moments later, the forest clearing crackled with tension long before any lightning appeared. Naruto stood alone, sweat dripping down his chin, breath steady but determined. His black high-collared shirt clung to him, the Uzumaki crest on his back glowing faintly in the fading sunlight. Weighted bands wrapped around his wrists and ankles, making every movement heavier, more deliberate. He wasn't here to punch steel today. He was here to create something new, something his. Rokuza's voice echoed in his memory. Your chakra output is enormous. If you ever learn elemental manipulation, it'll be explosive. Naruto grinned. Explosive sounds good. He'd been experimenting for weeks, channeling chakra through his arms, trying to force it into a shape, a direction, a purpose. He'd felt sparks. He'd felt heat. He'd felt the tingle of something dangerous. But today he wanted more. He wanted lightning. Naruto inhaled deeply. All right, lightning style. He clapped his hands together. A crackle of blue sparks danced between his palms, then fizzled out. Naruto groaned. Come on. I know I can do this. He tried again. Clap, sparks, nothing. He shook out his hands, frustration bubbling. Rokuza makes it look so easy. Soft footsteps approached. And Naruto-kun? Naruto turned, surprised. Hinata? What are you doing here? She smiled shyly. I wanted to see how your training was going. Naruto scratched his cheek. Heh. Well, it's not going great. Hinata activated her Byakugan, eyes glowing. Your chakra is surging, but it's unfocused. Naruto blinked. Unfocused. Hinata nodded. You're pushing too much at once. Try narrowing it. Like a thread. Naruto's eyes widened. A thread. Like soulbound. Hinata smiled. Exactly. Naruto clapped his hands again. This time, he didn't force the chakra outward. He funneled it thin, sharp, precise, like a needle of energy. Sparks formed, then grew, then stabbed forward like a spear of blue light. Hinata gasped. Naruto-kun. Naruto grinned. Oh yeah, that's it. Naruto stepped back, feet planted firmly. He inhaled, focused, clapped his hands together with force. Lightning style. Piercing thunder. A beam of concentrated lightning erupted from his palms. Thin at first, then widening into a roaring lance of blue-white energy. It tore through the clearing, slicing a deep groove into the earth and blasting apart a boulder at the far end. Hinata shielded her face from the wind and dust. When the light faded, Naruto stood panting, hands smoking slightly, eyes wide with exhilaration. I did it! Hinata ran to him. Naruto-kun. That was incredible. Naruto laughed breathlessly. I actually made a lightning jutsu. Hinata nodded, cheeks pink. It's powerful. Very powerful. But you'll need to practice control. Naruto grinned. Yeah, but still, this is awesome. He looked at his hands, electricity still dancing faintly across his skin. Raiten, Sensei, piercing thunder. My first real elemental jutsu. Hinata smiled softly. And it suits you perfectly. Chapter 7 Bell Test. The sun had barely risen when Naruto was already back in his forest training ground, his personal sanctuary. Dew clung to the grass, mist curled between the trees, and the air still smelled like ozone from last night's lightning practice. Naruto stood in front of the steel wall again, weighted bands strapped tight, fists clenched. All right, one more round before Kakashi's stupid bell test. He inhaled, focused, and clap. A thin beam of lightning shot forward, carving a glowing line across the steel. Naruto grinned. Raiten, Sensei, getting cleaner every time. He stepped back to reset his stance, and froze, because someone was standing behind him, someone he definitely hadn't sensed. Someone leaning casually against a tree, arms crossed, smirk wide. A woman with wild purple hair, a tan trench coat, mesh armor, and eyes that practically glittered with mischief. Enko Mitarashi, Tokubetsu Jonin, Snake Tamer, Chaos Incarnate. Naruto's jaw dropped. When did you? Enko pushed off the tree, strolling toward him with a swagger that screamed, I know exactly how dangerous I am. Morning, brat. Naruto blinked. Hi. Enko eyed the smoking steel wall, then the scorch marks on the ground, then Naruto's hands. Well, what do we have here? A little genin playing with lightning before breakfast. Naruto puffed out his chest. Hey, I'm not playing. I invented that jutsu. Enko raised an eyebrow. You invented a lightning technique? At 12, Naruto smirked. Yep. Enko circled him like a predator sizing up prey. Ha! Didn't expect that from the loudmouth who painted the Hokage monument. Naruto groaned. Everyone remembers that. Oh, trust me, Enko said with a grin. We'll never forget. She stopped in front of him, hands on her hips. So, kid, what's with the early morning training? Nervous about your first day with Kakashi? Naruto scoffed. Nervous? No way. I'm gonna crush whatever test he throws at us. Enko snorted. Kakashi? Oh, you're in for a fun time. Naruto frowned. What's that supposed to mean? Enko leaned in, voice dropping to a whisper. He's lazy. He's late. And he's brutal. Naruto blinked. Brutal? Enko grinned wickedly. Let's just say, most teams fail. Naruto stiffened. Fail? Enko shrugged. Hey, maybe you'll survive. You've got guts. And apparently lightning. Naruto clenched his fists. I'm not failing. I'll show Kakashi. I'll show everyone. Enko's grin softened just a little. Good. I like that fire. She turned to leave, waving lazily over her shoulder. Keep training, brat. And try not to blow yourself up. Naruto shouted after her. I won't. Enko paused, glancing back with a smirk. But if you do, make it entertaining. And with that, she vanished into the trees, silent, swift, and leaving Naruto wondering what kind of insane morning he'd just had. Naruto exhaled, shaking his head. Man, Konoha's full of weird adults. He clapped his hands again. All right, back to training. Lightning crackled. The forest echoed, and the day of the bell test crept closer. The forest was quiet again, too quiet for someone like Enko Mitarashi to ignore. She perched on a branch above Naruto's training ground, arms folded, trench coat fluttering lightly in the morning breeze. Below her, Naruto was already sweating through his black high-collared shirt, the Uzumaki crest bright against his back. Weighted bands clinked softly with every movement. He clapped his hands together. Crack! A thin, controlled beam of lightning shot forward, slicing a clean line across the steel wall. Enko's eyebrow twitched upward. Kid's got bite. Naruto shook out his hands, muttering to himself. Still too slow. Need more control. He tried again. Clap. Strack. Another beam. Cleaner. Sharper. Enko smirked. And he's learning fast. She crouched lower on the branch, eyes narrowing. Naruto Uzumaki. The Jinchuriki. The kid everyone underestimated. The kid who just invented a lightning release beam technique at 12. Most genin could barely make a clone without passing out. This brat was firing off elemental ninjutsu like it was morning exercise. Enko clicked her tongue. Damn, kid. You're gonna give the old man a heart attack. But there was something else too. Something she didn't expect. Control. Not perfect, but shockingly good for someone with chakra reserves that massive. And that made her pause. If he keeps this up, he's gonna be a monster on the battlefield. A good monster. Konoha monster. But still a monster. Naruto clapped again, harder this time. Lightning style. Piercing thunder. The beam shot out but sputtered halfway, exploding into sparks. Naruto stumbled back, panting. Ugh. Too much chakra again. Enko dropped from the tree silently, landing behind him. Yeah, no kidding. Naruto yelped. Gah! Enko, stop sneaking up on me. She grinned. If you can't sense me, you're not ready for Kakashi. Naruto groaned. Why does everyone keep saying that? Enko walked past him, tapping the steel wall. Because it's true. But you're not hopeless. Naruto blinked. Was that A compliment? Don't get used to it. Anko turned away, hands in her pockets. Anyway, keep training. You're doing good work. Naruto brightened. Really? She shrugged. Yeah, you've got talent. And guts. And apparently lightning. Naruto grinned proudly. Anko started walking toward the village, but paused. Should she report this to the Hokage? A 12-year-old Jinchuriki inventing lightning release ninjutsu on his own? That was the kind of thing ANBU usually kept tabs on. But she smirked. Nah. Let the old man find out the fun way. Naruto blinked. Find out what? Anko winked. That you're gonna shake this village to its core. And with that, she vanished into the trees, leaving Naruto staring after her, confused but fired up. Rokuza Hakujaku. The forest was alive with the crackle of chakra again. Sharp, electric, unmistakable. Rokuza Hakujaku had been passing through the outskirts of Training Ground 3 when he heard it. A sound like lightning being forced into shape. A sound no 12-year-old should be making. Rokuza paused on a branch, jade-green eyes narrowing. So the rumors were true. He vanished in a blur. Naruto stood in front of the steel wall, hands smoking slightly, chest rising and falling with controlled breaths. His black high-collared shirt clung to him, the Uzumaki crest bright against the morning light. Weighted bands dragged at his limbs, but he moved like they were nothing. He clapped his hands together. Crack! A beam of lightning shot forward, carving a glowing line across the steel. Naruto grinned. Raitun. Sensei. Getting cleaner every time. A voice drifted from behind him. Not bad. For a brat. Naruto spun. Rokuza. The Chunin stepped out from the shadows, hands in his pockets, expression unreadable. You've been busy. Naruto puffed out his chest. Heh. You heard about my new jutsu? Rokuza snorted. Heard? Half the village is whispering about the lightning brat who carved a trench through a training field. Naruto blinked. Wait. People are talking about that? Rokuza stepped closer, examining the steel wall. You invented a lightning release beam technique at 12. Of course they're talking. Naruto grinned wider. Cool. Rokuza flicked his forehead. Don't get cocky. Naruto yelped. Ow! Why does everyone do that? Rokuza crossed his arms, eyes sharp. Show me again. Slowly, Naruto nodded, clapped his hands, and released a thin, controlled beam of lightning. Rokuza watched every detail, the chakra flow, the stance, the recoil. When Naruto finished, Rokuza let out a low whistle. Damn, Naruto blinked. Is that good? Rokuza smirked. It's terrifying. Naruto beamed. Rokuza continued, voice serious now. Your control has improved. Your output is stable. And your form, you're not just throwing chakra around anymore. You're shaping it. Naruto scratched his cheek, embarrassed. Heh. Thanks. Rokuza stepped closer, placing a hand on Naruto's shoulder. But listen carefully. A jutsu like this puts you on radars you don't want to be on. Naruto's smile faded. You mean enemies? Rokuza nodded. Enemies, rivals, even people in the village who don't like surprises. Naruto swallowed. So, should I stop? Rokuza shook his head. No, you keep training, you keep growing, but you stay smart. And you don't show this off unless you have to. Naruto nodded firmly. Got it. Naruto turned back to the steel wall, preparing another strike. Rokuza watched him for a long moment. He could report this. He should report this. A Jinchuriki developing lightning release ninjutsu on his own was the kind of thing Hokage-level eyes needed to know. But Rokuza smirked. Let the old man find out when the kid blasts a hole through Kakashi's test. He turned away. Naruto called after him. Hey, you're leaving already? Rokuza waved lazily. You don't need me hovering. You're doing fine. Naruto grinned. Thanks, Rokuza. Rokuza paused at the edge of the clearing, glancing back with a rare, genuine smile. Don't make me regret believing in you, kid. Then he vanished. Naruto trudged toward Training Ground 3 with the energy of someone walking to their own execution. His black high-collared shirt rustled in the morning breeze, the Uzumaki crest bright on his back. But his mood was anything but bright. He spotted them ahead. Sasuke Uchiha, leaning against a post, arms crossed, brooding like it was a sacred art. Sakura Haruno, practically vibrating with excitement as she stared at Sasuke like he was the last bowl of ramen on earth. Naruto's eye twitched. Great. Just great. He slowed his steps, mentally screaming into the void. Why the hell did I get paired up with these two? An Uchiha who's so obsessed with killing his brother he probably dreams about revenge charts, and has a stick shoved so far up his attitude he can't even say a normal sentence. Naruto glanced at Sasuke, HN, and then there was Sakura, the pink-haired screaming banshee who says, Sasuke, more times per minute than I breathe. Sasuke-kun. Isn't this exciting? Sasuke-kun. Sasuke-kun. Sakura exclaimed with hearts in her eyes. I swear if she says his name one more time, I'm gonna clap my hands and fire a lightning beam into the sky just to cope. He sighed dramatically. Why couldn't I get Hinata? She's quiet, kind, actually listens and doesn't scream every 5 seconds. Or Shikamaru. He'd complain, but at least he wouldn't try to murder me with his voice. Naruto dragged a hand down his face. This is my life now. This is my team. I'm doomed. Sakura spotted him first. Oh, Naruto. You're late. Naruto deadpanned. I'm literally on time. Sasuke didn't look at him. You're loud. Naruto glared. And you're allergic to personality. Sakura gasped. Naruto. Don't be rude to Sasuke-kun. Naruto muttered under his breath. Here we go. Sasuke finally glanced at him, eyes cold. Just don't get in my way. Naruto forced a smile that was 90% teeth. Oh, trust me, I won't. I'll be too busy doing all the work. Sasuke-kun would never need your help. If this is what being a genin is like, I'm gonna need more lightning jutsu. Training Ground 3 was peaceful. Birds chirped, leaves rustled, and Naruto Uzumaki was losing his entire mind. He paced back and forth in the clearing, fists clenched, muttering curses under his breath. His black high-collared shirt swished with every angry step, the Uzumaki crest practically vibrating with frustration. Sasuke leaned against a post, pretending not to care. Sakura sat nearby, humming Sasuke-kun, like it was a religious chant. Naruto finally snapped. Why did the old fossil put me on this team? I literally have Rokuza, a real mentor, a sane mentor, a mentor who doesn't show up 3 hours late because he's reading some trashy book. But oh, Hiruzen just had to go senile and stick me with an Uchiha who's so hungry for power, he probably dreams about stabbing his brother every night, and a pink-haired banshee who screams Sasuke-kun, like she's being paid per syllable. Naruto dragged both hands down his face. I swear the third Hokage has finally lost it. Completely. Utterly. Senile. He stomped the ground. Where is he? Sakura huffed. Naruto. Kakashi-sensei is a jonin. He's probably doing something important. Naruto spun on her. Like what? Napping? Sasuke smirked. You're loud. Naruto pointed at him. And you're allergic to emotions. Sasuke. HN. Naruto. See. A soft whip sounded above them. Naruto froze. Sasuke looked up. Sakura gasped. Kakashi Hatake stood on a tree branch, hands in his pockets, posture relaxed, mask hiding everything except one bored eye. Yo! Naruto exploded. You're late. Kakashi blinked lazily. I got lost on the path of life. Naruto screamed into the void. That doesn't even make sense. Kakashi hopped down, landing lightly. Well, I'm here now. Naruto jabbed a finger at him. You're 3 hours late. Kakashi tilted his head. 2 hours and 47 minutes, actually. Naruto's soul left his body. This kid has way too much chakra for a genin. And is that lightning residue? Interesting. I swear. If I survive this team, it'll be a miracle. Training Ground 3 was quiet. Too quiet. Sasuke stood with his arms crossed. Sakura hovered near him like a pink satellite. And Naruto, well, Naruto was already 10 steps ahead. Because unlike the others, Naruto already knew the truth. This wasn't a test of strength. It wasn't a test of skill. It wasn't even about the bells. It was about teamwork. And Naruto had absolutely zero intention of doing it the normal way. Teamwork? With these two? Yeah, no thanks. I'll pass this test my own way. Rokuza would have let me do it my way. But the old senile Hokage just had to stick me with Kakashi, perpetually late, Hatake. Naruto glared at Kakashi, who was reading Makeout Paradise like they weren't about to fight for their genin careers. I swear the third Hokage has finally gone senile. Completely, utterly, senile. While Sasuke brooded and Sakura swooned, Naruto slipped into the trees. He moved quietly, efficiently, almost professionally, because years ago Itachi had taught him something important. A shinobi wins before the battle begins. Naruto smirked. Time to set the stage. Trap number 1, wire snare hidden in leaves. Placed at ankle height, invisible unless you had Sharingan level perception. Trap number 2, shadow clone decoys. 5 clones disguised as bushes. 3 disguised as logs. 1 disguised as a squirrel. Itachi taught him that one. Unexpected forms confuse the enemy. Trap number 3, explosive tag fake out. Not a real tag, just a paper with boom, smiley face written on it, psychological warfare. Trap number 4, chakra tripwire. A thin line of chakra stretched between 2 trees. Kakashi would sense it and assume it was the real trap. The real trap was behind it. Naruto grinned. Thanks, Itachi. Kakashi closed his book with a soft snap. Interesting. Sakura blinked. What is it, Kakashi-sensei? Kakashi's visible eye curved. Your teammate is proactive. Sasuke frowned. What did the dobe do now? Kakashi pointed lazily toward the forest. Let's just say, he's preparing. Sasuke scoffed. He's probably hiding. Kakashi chuckled. Oh no, he's not hiding. He stepped forward. He's hunting. Naruto crouched in the branches, watching Kakashi approach the first trap. He whispered to himself, all right, let's see if the copy ninja falls for Itachi's old tricks. Kakashi stepped forward, paused, tilted his head, and stepped over the wire snare. Naruto's eye twitched. Damn it. But then, Kakashi stepped directly onto the disguised clone squirrel. Poof! Kakashi blinked. A squirrel? Naruto grinned from the trees. Got him. Yes. Take that, Kakashi. Rokuza would be proud. Itachi would be proud. The third Hokage can stay senile for all I care. Kakashi dusted off his sandal. Well, that's new. He looked up into the trees. All right, Naruto. Let's see what else you've got. Naruto smirked, hands forming a seal. Oh, you'll see, Kakashi-sensei. Training Ground 3 had never been this quiet. Kakashi stood in the center of the field, book in hand, posture relaxed, completely unaware that he was standing in the middle of a battlefield Naruto had prepared with the precision of a seasoned shinobi. Sasuke watched from the shadows, trying to figure out what Naruto was planning. Sakura was mostly watching Sasuke. Naruto crouched in the trees, smirking. All right, Kakashi-sensei. Time to see if the copy ninja can copy this. Kakashi stepped forward, sensing the faint chakra tripwire Naruto had placed. He sighed. Naruto, this is too obvious. He stepped over it. Naruto grinned. Good. Take the bait. Kakashi moved deeper into the clearing and paused. Why is that log staring at me? The log blinked. Poof! A shadow clone launched itself at Kakashi. Kakashi dodged easily. A clone disguised as a log. Cute. He flicked it away, and that's when he felt it. A shift in the air. Pressure. A pull. Kakashi landed on a branch, which snapped. Not because it was weak, because Naruto had hollowed it out and filled it with packed dirt and wire. Kakashi fell, straight into a pit Naruto had dug and covered with leaves. He landed gracefully, of course, but the moment his foot touched the ground, snap, a wire trap triggered, launching a barrage of kunai from the trees. Kakashi dodged, but one kunai sliced his sleeve. His visible eye widened. He almost got me. Naruto's voice echoed from the trees. Hey Kakashi-sensei, catch! Naruto clapped his hands together, chakra swirling around him. Wind-style Tatsumaki, a spiraling column of wind exploded outward, ripping through the clearing. Leaves, dirt, and debris swirled violently as the miniature tornado surged toward Kakashi. Kakashi's book flew out of his hand. His mask fluttered. His hair whipped around wildly. And for the first time today, Kakashi looked genuinely surprised. What? The wind vortex slammed into him, lifting him off the ground and hurling him backward. He flipped midair, landing on his feet, but not before something tugged at his waist. Jingle! Kakashi froze. Naruto stood behind him, bells dangling from his fingers. A smug, Victorious grin spread across his face. Looks like I win, Kakashi-sensei. Kakashi stared at the bells, then at Naruto, then at the destroyed clearing, then back at Naruto. You set up a multi-layered trap network, used clone misdirection, psychological bait, and finished with a win-style technique. Naruto shrugged. Yeah. So, Kakashi's visible eye curved into a smile. You remind me of someone. Naruto blinked. Is that good? Kakashi sighed. It's terrifying. Sasuke stepped out of the shadows, eyes narrowed. How? How did the dobe pull that off? He clenched his fists. He's stronger than I thought. Sakura blinked. And Naruto? Got the bells? She fainted. Rokuza would be proud. Itachi would be proud. And the third Hokage can stay senile for all I care. Sasuke marched straight toward Naruto, eyes sharp, jaw tight. Explain. Naruto blinked. Explain what? Sasuke's voice dropped into that low, dangerous tone he used when he was 2 seconds from violence. Your training. Your jutsu. All of it. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Why? Sasuke stepped closer, fists clenched. Because you shouldn't be this strong. Not you. Not the dead last. You used wind release. You set traps I didn't even notice. You moved like someone trained by a jonin. Naruto shrugged. Maybe I'm just awesome. Sasuke grabbed Naruto's shirt. Don't play dumb. Who trained you? And hand over those jutsu. Naruto's expression darkened instantly. Let go. Sasuke didn't. You're going to give me those techniques. I need them. I need power. I need. Naruto cut him off, voice cold. To kill Itachi. Yeah, I know. Sasuke froze. Naruto pried Sasuke's hand off his shirt. And the answer is no. Sasuke's eyes widened. What? Naruto stepped back, gaze steady. I'm not giving you jutsu so you can throw your life away chasing revenge. I'm not helping you get yourself killed. Sasuke's chakra flared. You don't understand anything. Naruto's voice sharpened. I understand more than you think. For a moment, the two boys stared each other down. Two storms colliding. A hand landed on both their shoulders. Kakashi stood between them. Eye narrowed. Not lazy, not amused, but serious. That's enough. Sasuke jerked away. Stay out of this. Kakashi's voice dropped to a tone that could freeze fire. I said, enough. Both boys fell silent. Kakashi looked at Naruto first. You're strong. Stronger than most genin I've seen. But strength without restraint is dangerous. Naruto nodded slowly. Then Kakashi turned to Sasuke. And you? Demanding power from your teammate? Threatening him? That's not how a shinobi works. That's how someone dies. Sasuke looked away, jaw tight. Kakashi stepped back, bells now in his hand. Naruto hadn't even noticed him take them. He looked at all three of them, Naruto still bristling with defiance, Sasuke simmering with frustration, Sakura waking up and immediately whispering, Sasuke-kun. Kakashi sighed. This team is a disaster. Naruto muttered. You're telling me, Kakashi continued. But, he held up the bells. You pass. Naruto blinked. Wait, what? Sasuke frowned. Why? Sakura gasped. Really? Kakashi smiled behind his mask. Because despite everything, Naruto set traps that could have helped the team. Sasuke analyzed Naruto's abilities instead of running off alone. And Sakura, well, she didn't run away screaming. Sakura? Hey, Kakashi pocketed the bells. You're rough. You're chaotic. You're dysfunctional. But you have potential. He turned, walking away. Meet me tomorrow. Same place. And try not to kill each other before then. Naruto exhaled. Sasuke glared. Sakura swooned. And Team 7 officially began. High above, perched on a thick branch, Rokuza Hakajaku observed him with those sharp jade-green eyes. Eyes that missed nothing. Rokuza leaned forward slightly, arms folded. He's grown again. Naruto's movements were sharper. His chakra control tighter. His awareness, still chaotic but improving. Rokuza smirked faintly. He took on Kakashi Hatake and lived to complain about it. Not bad, kid. He watched Naruto flop down on a stump, burying his face in his hands. Rokuza's expression softened, and he's frustrated. Good. Frustration means he cares. He didn't reveal himself. Not yet. Naruto needed to talk to someone else first. Someone who grounded him. Hinata approached quietly, hands clasped. Byakugan deactivated, but her concern obvious. And Naruto-kun? Naruto looked up, eyes tired. Oh, hey Hinata. She sat beside him, careful but close. You look upset. Naruto groaned loudly and fell backward into the grass. Upset? Hinata, I'm losing my mind. Hinata blinked. What happened? Naruto threw his arms up dramatically. My team. That's what happened. Hinata tilted her head. Team 7. Naruto sat up, face twisted in agony. Yes, Team 7. The universe's cruelest joke. Hinata covered her mouth to hide a smile. Naruto continued, rant mode fully activated. Sasuke is a brooding revenge-obsessed emo with a stick shoved so far up his attitude, he can't even say a full sentence. Hinata, and Sakura. Sakura screams, Sasuke-kun, like it's the only word she knows. I swear, Hinata, I'm gonna go deaf. Hinata giggled softly. It does sound difficult. Naruto flopped back again. Why couldn't I get you and Shikamaru? You two are normal. You don't scream. You don't brood. You don't try to murder me with your eyes. Hinata's cheeks turned pink. I would have liked that too, Naruto sighed. Instead I get team dysfunction. From the tree above, Rokuza watched the two of them. Naruto venting. Hinata listening. Naruto slowly relaxing. Rokuza nodded to himself. Good. He needs her. She steadies him. He studied Naruto's posture, chakra flow, and emotional state. He's frustrated, but not broken. He's adapting. He's thinking. He's learning. A faint smile tugged at Rokuza's lips. He'll be fine. Hinata placed a gentle hand on Naruto's arm. Naruto-kun, even if your team is difficult, you're strong. You'll make it work. Naruto looked at her, surprised by the certainty in her voice. You really think so? Hinata nodded. I know so. Naruto smiled, small but real. Thanks, Hinata. You always make things feel less crazy. Hinata blushed deeply. I'm glad. Rokuza stood, stepping silently along the branch. He's growing, faster than anyone realizes. He glanced down one last time, and he's not alone. Good. Then he vanished into the trees, leaving Naruto and Hinata beneath the morning light. The forest clearing was calm, warm sunlight filtering through the leaves. Naruto stood there, stretching out his arms, still wearing his black high-collared shirt with the Uzumaki crest on the back. Weighted bands clinked softly around his wrists and ankles. Hinata approached quietly, hands clasped, eyes soft. And Naruto-kun, you said you wanted to train together today? Naruto turned, grinning. Yeah, you've been helping me keep my sanity with Team 7, so it's only fair I help you out too. Hinata blushed lightly. I'm happy to learn. Naruto nodded. All right, let's get started. Hidden high in the trees, Rokuza watched silently. Arms crossed, jade eyes sharp, evaluating every movement. Naruto sat cross-legged in front of Hinata. Okay, Hinata, you Hyuga are crazy good with chakra control, but you hold back too much. Hinata blinked. I hold back. Naruto nodded. Yeah, you're too gentle with your chakra. You need to push it a little harder. He placed a leaf on his palm and focused. The leaf spun rapidly, held perfectly in place by a tight, controlled stream of chakra. Hinata gasped. Naruto-kun, your control improved so much. Naruto grinned. Rokuza drilled it into me. Now it's your turn. Hinata placed her leaf down, focusing. Her chakra was smooth, almost too smooth. Naruto leaned closer. More pressure. Don't be afraid. Hinata tried again. This time, the leaf spun faster, steadier. Naruto smiled. See? You're amazing. Hinata's cheeks turned pink. Above them, Rokuza nodded approvingly. Hinata activated her Byakugan, veins bulging around her eyes. Naruto stepped back. All right, I want you to track my chakra. Hinata nodded. Okay. Naruto formed a seal. Shadow clone technique. 10 clones burst into existence, scattering in all directions. Hinata gasped. So many. Naruto smirked. Find the real me. Hinata focused, her Byakugan scanning the forest. She tracked chakra signatures, some faint, some bright, some intentionally distorted. Naruto watched her carefully. She's getting faster, Hinata pointed. There. Naruto stepped out from behind a tree. Nice. You're improving. Rokuza raised an eyebrow. He's teaching her sensory discrimination. Smart. Naruto dropped into a stance. All right, Hinata. Time for taijutsu. Hinata blinked nervously. W with you? Naruto nodded. Yep. I'll go easy. Hinata activated her gentle fist stance. Naruto grinned. Okay. Maybe not too easy. They exchanged light blows. Hinata's strikes precise. Naruto's movements fluid. He corrected her footwork, helped her adjust her angles, and encouraged her to strike with more confidence. Don't hesitate, Naruto said. Your hits are strong. Trust them. Hinata nodded, determination shining in her eyes. She struck again. Faster, sharper. Naruto blocked, impressed. That's it. Rokuza smirked from above. She's growing too. And Naruto's the reason. After an hour, Hinata sat down, breathing softly. Naruto-kun, thank you. You're a very good teacher. Naruto scratched his cheek. Heh, I just wanted to help. You're always there for me. Hinata smiled shyly. I'll always support you. Naruto felt his chest warm. And I'll always help you get stronger. Rokuza stepped back into the shadows, satisfied. He's not just growing stronger. He's helping others grow too. That's the mark of a real shinobi. He vanished silently, leaving the two young genin training under the morning sun. Up in the branches, hidden behind a thick canopy of leaves, Sasuke Uchiha crouched silently. His eyes were narrowed, his jaw tight, and his chakra simmering with something he refused to name. He had followed Naruto out of suspicion. He stayed out of something else entirely. Sasuke watched Naruto guide Hinata's hands into the correct gentle fist angle, watched Hinata blush, watched Naruto smile at her progress, and something twisted in Sasuke's chest. Why is he training her? Why is he this strong? Why does he move like someone who's been trained by an elite? Sasuke's fingers dug into the bark. Why does he look happy? Hinata focused her chakra into her palm, striking a tree trunk with a clean, precise gentle fist hit. Naruto grinned. Nice. You're getting faster. Hinata blushed. I'm trying my best. Naruto nodded. And it shows. You're amazing, Hinata. Sasuke's eye twitched. Amazing? He calls her amazing? He leaned forward unconsciously, nearly slipping from the branch. Sasuke's thoughts spiraled. He refused to give me his jutsu. But he's training her? He denied me power. But he's giving her techniques? He's supposed to be the dead last. So why is he? Sasuke's teeth clenched. Getting stronger than me? He hated the feeling. He hated that Naruto was ahead. He hated that Naruto was teaching someone else. He hated that Naruto wasn't relying on him or even acknowledging him. But most of all, he hated that Naruto looked like he belonged somewhere Sasuke didn't. High above, on another branch, Rokuza shifted his gaze. He had sensed Sasuke the moment the boy arrived. Rokuza's jade eyes narrowed. So the Uchiha is watching. Jealousy, frustration, insecurity. Dangerous mix. He considered confronting Sasuke, but then he smirked. Let him watch. Let him see what real growth looks like. Hinata struck again. Faster, sharper, more confident. Naruto beamed. That's it. You're getting stronger every minute. Hinata smiled shyly. It's because you're helping me. Naruto rubbed the back of his head. Heh. Well, you help me too. You keep me sane. Sasuke's chakra spiked. He never says things like that to us. Sasuke finally stood, turning away sharply. He didn't jump through the trees. He stormed through them. Branches snapped under his feet. His chakra flared like a storm. Rokuza watched him go. The Uchiha's pride is cracking. And Naruto doesn't even realize it. Naruto and Hinata were still training in the clearing, the late morning sun filtering through the leaves. Naruto was showing her how to stabilize her stance, gently nudging her foot into place. Hinata's cheeks were pink, but her focus was sharp. Everything felt peaceful, until Hinata's Byakugan flickered. Just for a moment, a chakra signature. Familiar, brooding, watching. Her eyes widened. Sasuke? She didn't say anything at first. She simply tracked the chakra trail as it moved through the branches. Sharp, tense, irritated. She could practically feel the jealousy radiating off him. Naruto noticed her sudden stillness. Hinata? You okay? Hinata blinked, deactivating her Byakugan. Why yes, I just sensed something. Naruto tilted his head. Something dangerous? Hinata hesitated. Then her expression changed. Softness replaced by something Naruto had never seen from her before. A quiet, simmering protectiveness. Hinata looked toward the trees where Sasuke had been hiding. He was watching Naruto-kun, watching us train. She remembered the tension between Naruto and Sasuke earlier. The way Sasuke demanded Naruto's jutsu. The way Naruto refused. The way Sasuke's chakra spiked with anger. Hinata's hands tightened slightly. He's jealous, and he's angry. That's dangerous. She stepped a little closer to Naruto, subtle but deliberate. Naruto blinked. Hinata. Hinata shook her head quickly. It's nothing, but maybe we should move to a different spot. Naruto shrugged. Sure. Why? Hinata looked away, cheeks pink but eyes serious. Because someone was watching you. Naruto froze. Who? Hinata hesitated, then answered softly. Sasuke. Naruto groaned. Oh great. What does he want now? Hinata's voice lowered. I don't know, but his chakra felt upset and tense. I don't like it. Naruto blinked. Hinata Hyuga, gentle, soft-spoken Hinata, was frowning because someone was spying on him. Naruto felt something warm in his chest. Thanks, Hinata. Hinata nodded, still scanning the treeline. I'll keep watch, just in case. From a higher branch, Rokuza watched the entire exchange. His jade eyes narrowed thoughtfully. Hinata sensed Sasuke before Naruto did, and she reacted protectively. He smirked. Good. The kid needs someone like her. Someone who sees him. Someone who stands with him. He glanced in the direction Sasuke had stormed off. And the Uchiha, he's spiraling. Jealousy, frustration, pride. Dangerous mix. Rokuza exhaled slowly. This team is going to be chaos. But Naruto, he'll be fine. He's got allies he doesn't even realize yet. As they moved deeper into the forest, Hinata walked beside Naruto, closer than usual. She wasn't a fighter like Sasuke. She wasn't loud like Sakura. She wasn't a prodigy like Neji, but she had something none of them had. A quiet, unwavering resolve to protect Naruto Uzumaki, even from his own teammates. Hinata was already in the clearing when Naruto arrived. Sweat on her brow, breath steady, Byakugan active. She was striking a tree trunk with precise, gentle fist blows, each one sharper than the last. Naruto blinked. Hinata? You're here early. Hinata turned, cheeks pink but eyes bright. Gee, good morning, Naruto-kun. Wanted to train more. Naruto grinned. Wow, you're really pushing yourself. Hinata nodded, determination glowing in her pale eyes. I want to grow stronger, so I can stand beside you, not behind you. Naruto froze for a second, caught off guard by the quiet intensity in her voice. Then he smiled, warm and proud. Then let's train together. Hinata's heart fluttered, but she nodded firmly. Yes. They moved into synchronized drills. Naruto guiding her stance, Hinata adjusting her chakra flow, both of them moving like they'd been partners for years. Hidden in the trees, Rokuza watched with a faint smirk. She's growing fast. And Naruto's the reason. Naruto and Hinata were mid-exercise when a sharp chakra spike cut through the clearing. Naruto stiffened. Hinata's Byakugan flickered instinctively. Sasuke stepped out from the trees, eyes dark, jaw tight, posture radiating barely contained frustration. Naruto sighed. Oh great. What now? Sasuke marched straight toward him. You, me, talk. Now. Naruto crossed his arms. I'm busy. Sasuke's voice dropped to a dangerous growl. I said now. Hinata stepped subtly closer to Naruto, protective. Ready. Naruto raised an eyebrow. What's your problem? Sasuke's chakra flared. You're hiding something. Your strength. Your training. Your jutsu. You're teaching her. He jerked his chin toward Hinata. But not me. Naruto frowned. Because you demanded my jutsu to kill someone. That's not happening. Sasuke's fists clenched. You think you're better than me? Naruto shot back. I think you're obsessed. Sasuke's Sharingan flickered. Just for a moment. Hinata stepped forward, voice soft but firm. Sasuke-kun, please stop. Naruto-kun isn't your enemy. Sasuke glared at her. Stay out of this. Hinata didn't move. Naruto blinked. Hinata Hyuga, standing between him and an angry Uchiha? That was new. A sudden whip of movement cut through the tension. Kakashi appeared between the boys, one hand on each of their shoulders. His voice was calm, but sharp enough to cut steel. That's enough. Sasuke jerked away. He's hiding power from me. Kakashi's visible eye narrowed. He doesn't owe you his jutsu, or his training. Naruto folded his arms smugly. Yeah, what he said. Kakashi turned to Naruto. And you? Stop provoking him. Naruto groaned. But he started it. Kakashi ignored him completely. He looked at both boys, voice dropping lower. You two are teammates, not rivals, not enemies. If you can't work together, you'll both fail. Sasuke looked away, jaw tight. Naruto huffed but didn't argue. Hinata relaxed slightly, relief softening her features. Kakashi stepped back, hands in his pockets. Good. Now that the drama is over, let's begin today's training. Naruto muttered. Drama, he says. He wasn't the one being glared at by Mr. Broody. Sasuke. HN. Hinata giggled quietly. Kakashi sighed behind his mask. This team is going to give me gray hair. Oh wait. Next morning, Naruto had been restless ever since the bell test. Not because of Kakashi. Not because of Sasuke's jealousy. Not even because Sakura kept screaming every time Sasuke breathed. No, Naruto was restless because he felt something new inside his chakra. Something sharp. Something electric. Something waiting to be shaped. And today he was going to shape it. Naruto stood alone in the clearing, black high-collared shirt fluttering in the breeze, weighted bands clinking softly. The air around him already smelled faintly of ozone. He inhaled deeply. All right, time to make something new. He raised his hands, palms open. Lightning crackled between his fingers, thin at first, then thicker, brighter. But this time, Naruto didn't try to fire it outward like piercing thunder. He pulled it inward, into his arms, into his chest, into his entire chakra network. The air trembled. Raiton, Sensei shoots forward. But what if I make something that blasts outward? Something that hits everything around me, like a shockwave. Something that protects me and attacks at the same time. He grinned. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Naruto focused, letting lightning gather in his hands. Lightning-style Naraku. He released it. Boom! A burst of electricity exploded outward, blasting Naruto off his feet and sending him tumbling into a bush. Smoke rose from his hair. Ow! Naruto stood again, shaking off the soot. Okay, less chakra, more control. He inhaled, focusing the lightning into his palms again. This time he let it spread slowly, like a web, across his arms, chest, and legs. The air hummed. Lightning-style Naraku. Crack. Hum. A controlled wave of electricity burst from his body, rippling outward in a perfect circle. Trees shook. Leaves burned. The ground sizzled. Naruto grinned wildly. Yes, that's it. Hinata stepped into the clearing, eyes wide. And Naruto-kun. What was that? Naruto beamed. A new jutsu. Lightning-style Naraku. I can release lightning from my whole body now. Hinata activated her Byakugan, scanning him. Your chakra, it's flowing evenly through all your tenketsu. That's incredible. Naruto scratched his cheek. Heh, thanks. Hinata stepped closer, concern mixing with admiration. Just be careful. That much electricity could hurt you too. Naruto nodded. Yeah, I'll work on that. Sasuke stepped out from the trees, eyes narrowed. What was that jutsu? Naruto sighed. Oh great, you again. Sasuke's voice was sharp. You're developing another lightning technique? How? Naruto shrugged. Training. Sasuke clenched his fists. Teach me. Naruto's expression hardened. No. Sasuke's chakra flared. Why not? Naruto stepped forward, lightning still crackling faintly across his skin. Because you want power for revenge. I'm not helping you destroy yourself. Sasuke's eyes darkened. Hinata moved subtly between them, protective, steady. Sasuke-kun, please stop. A soft whip sounded above them. Kakashi dropped down, hands in his pockets. Well, Looks like I walked in at the perfect time, Naruto pointed. Kakashi-sensei. Sasuke's being a jerk again, Sasuke glared. He's hiding power from the team, Kakashi sighed. Naruto doesn't owe you his jutsu. And you don't get stronger by demanding shortcuts. Sasuke looked away, jaw tight. Kakashi turned to Naruto. And you? Stop antagonizing him, Naruto groaned. But no buts. Kakashi's visible eye softened slightly. That new jutsu, though? Impressive. Dangerous. But impressive. Naruto grinned proudly. Hinata smiled softly. Sasuke seethed silently, and Kakashi clapped his hands. All right, Team 7. Training starts now. Hinata activated her Byakugan, veins bulging gently around her eyes as she scanned Naruto's chakra network. And Naruto-kun, your chakra is surging too fast through your tenketsu. That's why it hurts you. Naruto blinked. Wait, really? I thought that was just, lightning stuff. Hinata shook her head softly. No, your chakra is overflowing. You're forcing it through every pathway at once. She stepped closer, her voice gaining confidence. If you keep doing that, you'll damage your muscles. Or worse. Naruto swallowed. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that. Hinata raised her hands. May I show you? Naruto nodded. Hinata placed 2 fingers lightly on his forearm, barely touching, but enough for her Byakugan to read the flow. Your chakra needs to move like this. She guided a small pulse of her own chakra into him, gentle, controlled, precise. Naruto felt the difference immediately. Whoa, that's way smoother. Hinata smiled shyly. You're using too much force. Lightning doesn't need to be pushed. It needs to be guided. Naruto grinned. You sound like Rokuza. Hinata blushed. I'm just trying to help. Naruto inhaled deeply. Lightning crackled across his arms. Wild at first, then steadier as he remembered Hinata's instructions. Okay. Gentle. Not brute force. Hinata watched his chakra flow carefully. Yes. That's it. Keep it even. Don't let it spike. Naruto nodded, focusing. Lightning-style Naraku. A burst of electricity exploded outward. But this time, it was controlled. No recoil. No pain. No self-damage. Hinata's eyes widened. Naruto-kun. You did it. Naruto stared at his hands, amazed. I actually did it. Hinata smiled softly, pride glowing in her eyes. You just needed balance. Naruto wiped sweat from his forehead. Thanks, Hinata. Seriously. Without you, I'd probably be a pile of ash right now. Hinata shook her head. I'll always help you. I don't want you to get hurt. Naruto blinked, touched. You're really something, Hinata. Hinata's cheeks turned pink, but she didn't look away. I just want to stand beside you, not behind you. Naruto smiled, warm, genuine. And you do. More than you know. Hidden in the branches, Rokuza observed silently. Naruto's chakra was stabilizing. Hinata's guidance was precise. Their teamwork was natural. Rokuza smirked. Good. She's exactly what he needs. And he's exactly what she needs. He vanished into the trees, satisfied. Shikamaru was lying on a bench, staring at the clouds. Choji was munching chips. Kiba was arguing with Akamaru. Shino stood silently, bugs humming faintly. Ino was lecturing Sakura about something. Hinata stood quietly, hands clasped. Sakura perked up when she saw Sasuke approaching behind Naruto. Sasuke. Well, he brooded. Naruto blinked. What's going on? Kiba smirked. We heard you blasted half a training field yesterday. Shino adjusted his glasses. Your chakra output was noticeable. Choji nodded. Yeah, we felt the ground shake. Naruto scratched his cheek. Heh. That might have been me. Ino crossed her arms. Might have? Naruto. You lit up the sky like a festival firework. Sakura huffed. He was just showing off. Hinata shook her head softly. And no, Naruto-kun was training. Naruto smiled at her. Hinata blushed. Sasuke's eye twitched. Kiba stepped forward, grinning. So, Naruto, you got some new tricks, huh? Lightning stuff. Naruto shrugged. Maybe. Akamaru barked. Kiba translated. He says you smell like burnt ozone. Naruto groaned. Great. Even the dog knows. Shikamaru sat up slightly. You've been training with someone strong. Your chakra feels different, more refined. Naruto blinked. You can tell that just by looking, Shikamaru sighed. Troublesome. But yeah, Sasuke glared at Naruto from the side. Shino stepped forward. My insects detected a new electrical signature around you. It is potent. Naruto blinked. Thanks, Shino nodded. It was not a compliment. It was data. Ino smirked. So, Naruto, who's been training you? Some secret jonin? Someone cool, Sakura scoffed. As if. Naruto probably just got lucky. Hinata frowned, actually frowned. And Naruto-kun works very hard. Naruto blinked at her, surprised and touched. Sasuke's jealousy spiked again. Naruto grinned, hands behind his head. Well, I've been training a lot. Got a few new jutsu. No big deal. Kiba snorted. No big deal? Dude, you electrocuted a whole field. Choji nodded. It was like thunder, Shikamaru sighed. And now he's gonna be even more troublesome. Naruto puffed out his chest proudly. Sasuke stepped forward, voice low. Naruto, show me. Naruto blinked. Show you what? Your lightning jutsu. Naruto groaned. Dude, no. I'm not frying the courtyard. Sasuke's eyes narrowed. You're hiding your strength. Naruto shot back. And you're obsessed. The tension spiked. Hinata stepped closer to Naruto, protective again. Shikamaru muttered, "Here we go." A soft whip sounded above them. Kakashi landed in the middle of the group, hands in pockets. I curved in a smile. Good morning, everyone. I see you're all lively today. Naruto pointed. You're late again. Kakashi shrugged. I got lost on the path of life. Shikamaru groaned. He says that every time. Kakashi looked at the rookie nine, then at Naruto and Sasuke. All right, enough tension. Enough staring contests. Team 7 training ground. Now, Sasuke clicked his tongue. Sakura cheered. Naruto sighed dramatically. Hinata whispered softly, "Good luck, Naruto-kun." Naruto smiled at her, warm, grateful. Then he followed Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura toward another chaotic day.